Why don't we have our new players kind of introduce themselves and talk about themselves a smidge? Let's start off with Ian slash. Why don't you tell us about you and maybe your character if you want to? Otherwise, we can just swing into it as an improv.
Okay. Personally, name's Ian. Nice to meet all you guys.
Nice to meet you.
So, been D&Ding since last Thanksgiving, actually. So I really like it and all that stuff, and really glad to get back into it because some of the friends just wouldn't get on, or it's just stuff like that. So it's nice to try to find something a little more stable, because I wouldn't mind doing it, more continuously. Other than that, I work in the HVAC industry, the heating, ventilation, air conditioning. So I do that sort of stuff. And other than that, it's really about it. I don't have that too much of an exciting life.
Sweet. Yeah, I think Ian seems like he's really down to play, really interesting, passionate about it. It's been checking out our world Anvil, kind of catching up on things. Seems to understand some of the rules. So he's not a complete noob, but noobs are welcome. Why don't we move to Ireena?
Hi, I am pretty new to D&D. I've played like 2 sessions before this, so I may need a little extra help. But I really love to role play. I'm fun. I bartended through college and managed restaurants, so I was in that industry for a long time, and now I'm in the apartment management industry. So I know a lot of HVAC people that are wonderful maintenance supervisors and techs, so that's kind of cool. And then my character is a human with 2 levels of druid, and apparently she is the reincarnation of Strahd's love, and is not very happy about that.
Mm-hmm. Understated. Very true. She hates him.
He hates it.
As it feel as a new player going into a almost pre-built character? Are you a little nervous about it?
Yes.
I won't worry about it too much.
Give me some space, okay?
Don't let it bother you. Just play the way you want to play. Don't worry about any of the others.
Yeah, it's just hard because I'm not sure how she was played before.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Just play it the way you want to play it. You'll figure it out as you go along. We'll go from there.
Why don't we introduce everybody else too while we're here, so the new players kind of know the older players? So let's start off next with Toggle.
I'm Jamie, real life. Nice to meet you. Currently work from home because of all the COVID stuff, as it is in the UK. If you can't tell by the accent.
No, couldn't tell at all.
Never
could have guessed.
Never crossed my mind. Not once. Nope.
This is actually... I've played D&D for a very long time, but this game is the first time me playing as a player. I've always DM'd. So Az was pretty gracious letting me in, because if anyone knows, it's an absolute nightmare to get a DM playing in another game, because they tend to rules lawyer and stuff like that quite a lot, which I'm trying to stay away from. Inside the game, I'm playing a wee dwarf, Toggle Rot, who is hopefully the party's treasurer.
No.
Are you the treasurer? Are you the treasurer? Did we agree to this yet?
No, but you're gonna.
Excuse me?
On top of that, he is a barbarian, and he just loves to throw axes, as well as getting his reward at the end of it. The player that's not here that I'll introduce as well is Shaq, played by Joe. He will be along shortly. He also plays a druid. He is a Goliath, and he speaks very softly. So I'm sure you'll get along with him fine.
He's
Very
also a
cool.
pretty big softie.
Big softy.
I guess I didn't. I guess I'm the last one to introduce myself.
No,
you
you're
are
the
now
second.
you are now the second one.
Oh, okay.
You're not that late. Don't worry.
All right. So my name is. I was gonna say my name is Daerma Mirden. I am a blade singing wizard. Basically a traveler, and he is working to earn the title of, in Latin it's Magister Magi, but it's really just a master mage. And his edict given to him by his master Merlin is to go and basically help the world with his magic and create an item and create an item that is signature to him. So he has a little bit of baggage, but he doesn't really let it get the best of him, as his mission is more important than his emotion, than his baggage. But he also enjoys his bonds with his friends, which is kind of like the current group right now.
Okay.
Marcus?
I'm Neil, Marcus. Been around since the beginning. Had a few players come in and out, but we have actually a really good crew so far. So I'm glad to have you both jump on board. The campaign is dark in setting. As you'll notice when we go through it, there's a lot of disturbing practices, and people do kind of weird stuff, and Strahd is kind of always watching, and some people are aligned with him and some people are not, and everyone's just kind of strange, right? Myself
Marcus is the de facto leader of the group at the minute.
yeah.
He's really the de facto leader because of experience. So he's seen a lot of people. He has seen a lot of people come and go before, and just a little bit more. It says before I got into it, I was actually watching from the beginning too. So I'm an ascended fanboy.
Yes.
All right.
Who's up
And
next
so-
is Lysanthir, right? Or
Oh.
are you not done, Marcus? Sorry.
No, I don't know what else. Are we doing a crash course of where we are, or kind of like
I've kind of already.
stories? Okay.
You can do the intro when we get to that point, but we're just going to do the intros right now before we step into the
Okay.
game. Why don't we go to
right.
Lysanthir?
Hi. My character's name is Lysanthir. In real life, my name is Ashley. I'm kind of, I wouldn't say new, but I'm new to this game. I've been playing D&D for I think about 2 years. I'm still kind of in the newish realm, but I'm learning. I've never played a wizard before, so this is a learning experience for me. But yeah.
Cool. Looking
So
great.
actually, I never introduced the character that I'm playing. So his name is pronounced Baridian. I was told I needed something a little more exotic, so Baridian is what I got.
Frank.
That's brilliant.
He's a grave cleric, so definitely all about basically the natural way of life. Living's good, dying's also fine. So it's just making sure that immortality isn't a thing, and tries to preserve the way that the gods intended life to go on.
Yeah, and Joseph is the guy who's missing. Hopefully he'll be here soon. I think he's just got a family member over, and he is an in real life actor or aspiring actor. He does voice work, so he's got a pretty good setup with the mic, and he messaged me directly on D&D Beyond, which is how I met him, and he's a pretty cool guy. We're just going to talk about the table a little bit. And so, because we got a few new players, and it's also good just to kind of refresh everything a little bit. Everybody sits around in Tabletop Simulator. I have your name cards in front of you, and it's one of those things where you can change your name. You don't need to do it now, but for instance, even Lysanthir she could change her name. So when I attach her, the only way you do is you change your nickname in Steam. At each one of your spots, we have your character model, and maybe like a familiar or something like you normally would have, you don't change or move that model. That's just for me to copy and paste out and apply to the table, so I can always just easily find it if I need to move you. And that also kind of signals where you are in the table. Next to your character model, we have a concentration icon. And if you hover over that icon, you can only concentrate on one spell at a time. You can just hover over that and hit the F key to signal that your character is concentrating. Again, it's to help you more than me, because half of the rules, even though I'm supposed to be the referee really at the table, there's so many rules and so many things, like you have to help me help you, I guess. And so this is a way to kind of keep track of concentration, as you can only have one concentration spell on at a time. Right next to that is the bloodied icon. This is just to help signal to the rest of the players at the table if you're below 1/2 of your HP pool. So for instance, if you have 60 HP and you're at 30, you're considered bloodied. And also it's a way for us to, if you're fighting a creature and you're beating down a creature, it's also, you can see kind of their, what I would call status, whatever you want to do. Down at the bottom right is your initiative token. I've set it for everyone based off their D&D Beyond character sheet, because we automatically roll initiative. If you so that's that easy, and all you need to do is double check to make sure that's correct, and it should be correct. Everybody else might have other bags on their section of their little table where they would sit. These are for spells and things like that if you want to get kind of fancy, but it's pretty cool. I also put a time cube on your table for a 2-minute time cube. So that's about how long your turn should take, especially now that we have 7 players. That just helps out everyone. We're going to go to the far back of the table here really quick, where we have the sphere and circle stuff. These blue bags are infinite bags. So say you cast a spell with a 20-foot radius, I just pull out that 20-foot thing, and it's just that easy. It's all to scale, and it makes it really easy. Shaq has a spot over here when he wants to transform into one of his many wild shapes, or if Ireena does too, because she wanted to go into Druid, we can help her out with that. And also the creature icons are out, or the little cards that I have that are built in the Tabletop Simulator, which is basically a creature summation card with all the abilities, stat block, and everything. Then, what else? At the very head of the table, we have the icons, which is the status icons with all these little smiling emojis. And this is saying like, oh, if you're prone, all these are alphabetized. You would just put a prone icon out. And then we have like little markers, and this stuff is sort of for me. Here's where my dice roller is. So if I want to roll a saving throw, boom, I just roll it like that. And then here is the time and date. So right now you guys are on the 30th day of Kathamathuma, which is the 6th month of the year. Our calendar is actually listed on in our World Anvil. If you're that interested about it, there's particular dates and everything. And right now it is 12:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Everybody good? Any questions?
Yep. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like pretty totally lost, but
that's just fine. We're gonna help you out.
I'm just gonna smile.
You'll pick it up as you go along.
Yeah.
Jamie is sort of like my Jamie/Togglerot is my assistant DM, really, as he's a pretty experienced DM himself. So if we ever have an arbitration rule pop up or something like that we need decided on, he can help arbitrate it as an assistant DM.
Got the books next to me and Google, so it's not the end of the world.
Do we want to have Marcus talk about what happened last session?
Or yeah.
Or I'm sorry, because Daerma, I didn't know you were going to be here. Daerma, actually, why don't you talk about last session?
All right.
As we start our game.
So last time on Adventures in Zin, Curse of Strahd, the party. Oh well, give me a minute here on this one.
He's pulling up his script.
The last time we left off, we were visiting the grave of one of Ireena Koyana's earlier incarnations, and we were attacked by one of her former lovers in the past life, Laszlo Ulrich, the deceased burgomaster of Berez. During the encounter, Shaq and Marcus were aged about 10 plus years. However, after Daerma defeats Ulrich, the party continues through the swamps of Berez and comes across a hut and the lost skull of Argynvostholt and a lady captive within a cage. The skull, however, is guarded by none other than the infamous Baba Lysaga, whom Kaeli was ultimately and unfortunately smitten with. The party would do battle with Lysaga in her sentient hut, wherein lies a clay baby constructed of magic. After slaying the witch and retrieving her treasures within, the party at long last retrieves the skull of Argynvostholt, and to their surprise, one of the 3 fabled ambers of Barovia. Alas, after landing the final shot that killed Baba Lysaga, Kaeli Tempest realizes that his murder-hober days are finally over. In grief upon killing Baba Lysaga, he chooses to stay in the swamps of Berez and become its new guardian. He bids farewell to the party and to call upon again should he be needed, and the party, our lovely band of heroes, proceed through the mist to find the Circle of Stones to consecrate the amber of the swamp.
You can't call him a murder hobo after he spent the whole last session just trying to woo the woman.
But last session you did try to throw the baby, remember?
He tried to yeet the baby.
Tried to yeet the baby.
Tried to yeet the baby.
So he does say our final farewells to us, and we continue through the swamp.
Am I carrying the abomination baby still? I'm assuming.
You are still
Yeah.
Is that? I think you're still carrying it because you kept it from getting yeeted.
Yep. And I think we started heading out, and then we were about to go past the Druidic circle. So we decided to stop there and figure out what to do, which is kind of vital for Shaq to be here, seeming he's the one with the ember, which is a little unfortunate. Muted.
We tried our best there, Jamie. He's not here yet, but if someone's not here, guess who's RPing him? Yours truly. So, basically you guys are traveling through the swamps of Berez, or the ruins of Berez. The mist is enveloping all around you. You saw the stones as you were about to leave, and Toggle says, wait, stay, let's go to the stones. And you guys want to take the stone, the amber of Barovia, and use Shaq to consecrate the amber of Barovia.
I would defer to Druid. I wouldn't have a clue what to do. Or maybe Marcus, you're a holy man, maybe you can help.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've seen this done once before, but it didn't go over too well.
Wait,
The last time this tree came alive and went to go attack a town. So
Wait, did you cleanse it, or did it not be?
well, at the time, some of the adventurers were spoiled by Strahd, ended up killing an innocent and causing the tree to turn negative.
The big man Shax, he wouldn't hurt anyone, so I think we're probably okay there.
In that case, if Shaq knows what to do, I mean, this is a druid or druidic ritual, and at this point, we should probably just kind of stand guard and let him do what he needs to do. I assume it'll take some time.
I'll take the baby, hand it over to Lyce, As she
Okay,
starts to panic. Pull out
I'm Mother
both
of the
my
Year.
axes and just stand over to the side, standing guard.
Really, dog?
Yeah, I need both my hands to fight.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
You guys are like waist high, going through like sludge, basically, in this swamp. Bee, bugs, and everything. Ireena, bugs are attached to your midriff.
Oh, Ireena's actually still with us, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah.
So Ireena's there with you. Behind, Ireena's kind of heading up the rear of the party or in the middle. Daerma has a huge tensor's floating disc, which the skull of Argynvostholt has been placed upon it, floating eerily above the fog-covered swamp.
As long as nothing gets in the way of the floating disc and doesn't precede its movement, we should be okay. It won't dispel.
We're heading over to the stones so the big man can move a curse or whatever.
Shaq has pocketed the amber, as only a druid can be attuned to the amber of Barovia's. He's like, Toggle, are you sure? This stone's really powerful.
Wait, you said yourself the other day, or earlier, that you wanted to cleanse this place? And you had it fallen out to you?
That's one option we have. We don't... It's real powerful, though, and if we get all 3 stones, we can take it to the Gaia tree, south. If we ever escape...
Unfortunately, that plan got shot out of the water. Looks at Marcus.
Has he ever explained to us that if we get all 3 of them, that you can cleanse a lot? I think that's I'm under the impression that's right. You can cleanse a lot more if you take it to the Gaia tree.
Well, this amber has been... He holds it out, and it's like, inside of it, it's like a flicker of light illuminates from it, shrouded and mixed with dark swirls. And he says, the problem is, Tog, this one's been corrupted. Maybe by that witch.
Can you not cleanse it then with the ritual? Is that what you're not supposed to do?
He looks out at the stones, and the stones that are like out in the swamp. You guys are probably about a few hundred yards away from them. And he says, well, yeah, I think we could probably go there. Are you sure, Toggle? Everyone sure we should cleanse this?
Yes.
You tell us. You're the druid, I ain't got a clue.
Lysanthir, are you sure? Daerma?
I honestly have no idea what any of this druidic stuff is. Honestly, just go with your best judgment. That's what I would say.
Daerma?
I know a little bit, but not all. Whatever choice you make, I stand by you.
Ireena?
I think that you know more about these things than I, and should make your choice.
Okay.
But make it carefully.
He's like, now Shaq is a Goliath, so he's like, but strange, like tattoos and, dressed in hides. He says to you in Druidic, since you speak Druidic, he's like, I guess both of us together can figure it out.
I'll help in any way I can.
Okay.
Shaq, you have to understand, Shaq. Doing this helps start slowly lifting the curse of this land and the thousands of people that live here, and weaken Strahd's grip on them.
Yeah, but you can give me flight, he said, if we keep it. That'll be cool.
Do you want me to cast fly on you right now, Tog?
Yeah.
It'll keep your head above the water at least.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
He touch it. He's like, come closer, Tog. As he starts to take the stone and he touches you, he casts fly on you, and you have fly for 10 minutes, I think. or a minute or whatever.
You just see a dwarf going.
Whoa, Tog! Not so fast.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
As you see, just
This
this
is awesome.
little piece of seaweed or bog muck is tangled onto Tog's boot.
Just doing barrel rolls. Never seen a barb fly before.
As you guys are approaching the stones, just walking through the swamp, you hear the sound of battle. But the fog has grown so thick that you can barely see more than 60 feet in any direction. Suddenly the fog takes the form of soldiers horseback charging across the field. They collide with armored spike bearers wearing devil-horned helms as each soldier falls in battle. It turns to fading mist. Hundreds of more soldiers collide in a storm of screams and clashing metal. Tog is like, I'm scared.
I'm not scared. Jack is.
Oh. Okay. Oh, this sounds like my next hit. This sounds like my next greatest hits.
Oh.
No,
Can you sing us a song, Daerma?
So he starts humming a little tune that he remembered as a kid growing up in Waterdeep. His mother used to play it. It was an old, sing it. It was an old elvish tune, and he kind of just slowly but surely guides Shaq, and he kind of, he takes him by the hand and he's like, don't get lost. And so they just start proceeding, and he starts humming, even though you hear the cries of people like falling down throughout the mist, he makes sure that Shaq hears it to keep him focused on going to the stones.
It's not quite the song of the mountain folk, but it's comforting. And I put out the map. You guys are approaching this thing here. Let me describe it. A dozen moss-covered mentors form near a perfect circle in the spongy earth. These weathered stones range in height from 15 to 18 feet. A couple of them lean inwards as if to share some great secret with their inscrutable neighbors. A man collapsed next to the stones, armored, is by the stones. What do you guys do?
do we all see this? Do we all
Yeah,
see
I've
that there's
described
someone
it.
leaning against the stones?
Yes.
Seaman, I'm flying. I'm gonna go overhead. I would say I'm probably I go for like 60 foot off the ground and just have a closer look to see if I can see what it looks like.
Here's your model talk. Feel free to move it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go about 60 foot up, and I'm just gonna basically get closer and see if I can see.
Why don't you describe yourself?
Floating? Oh.
No, Baridian.
Yeah. The skin is fair. I have long dark hair and a very dark beard. I do have a scar running across from the forehead down to the cheek on the right side. I also wearing some armor, shield, and a weapon.
I float a bit closer, so probably about 30 foot away. And I shout out, "Hey friend!" And you look up and you just see this dwarf not wearing a shirt, in a leather tunic, like a leather, almost like a strap across his chest, floating in the air, about 30 foot, waving at you.
You look down as a man. He's face down in the murk and the mud, pinned between two of these standing stones, druidic stones. Shaq's like, "Be careful, Tog. You know what happens when you go too far ahead."
I'll catch up then, you slow fuckers.
Okay.
He says under his breath.
What do you guys do?
I say again, I say, "You alright there, friend?" And see if I get any reply.
You're just like floating kind of close to him.
Yeah, I'm about 30 foot out still, and I'm slowly getting closer.
Do you want to make an investigation roll?
Not really, I'm just looking.
Just looking around. It is what it is. Marcus moves up. I'm going to move you guys up to the hill, if that's where you want to go. And I don't know if I pulled Lysanthir out. Oh, no, she's
I did.
here.
I pulled myself up.
Oh, independent. Nice. I like that. What do you guys do? The man lays motionless. You see blood. A few, as you get closer, Tog, you see like a few corpses of like giant wolves. The mist seems to have cleared for you to see them a little better.
I'm gonna go up and approach him and see if he's breathing.
I was just about to say I was going to shout Marcus. He's the only other one that can heal.
Close enough.
You approach him, you like turn his body over, you like put your finger under his nose to see if his breath is there. The breath is faint. He must have been, if you guys remember from last game when Shaq was looking out, and Shaq says, "This must have been the torch I saw. It went out when we were digging up your grave, Ireena."
That was such a horrible moment to realize I had died so many times. I have no idea how many.
I give up.
I mean, to your benefit, Ireena, we tried to find something that could help us out with our battle, but all we found was an enchanted cup.
Well, I hope it helps us.
Marcus, is he still alive? As I'm standing there with both my axes out, just in case.
Like Marcus is eating a flurry. Marcus, do you want to try to heal him? Or, I know medicine, maybe I can bring him up too. If Marcus is too busy eating some rations.
No. Let the god of Tyr restore him.
You turn him over, and you see a religious symbol around his neck. Do you have an amulet or something? What is your religious symbol?
Yeah, it's just a symbol of a moon around the neck, like a half moon.
Why don't you roll a religion check, Marcus? The DC is 10.
Ooh.
Do I see this as well?
Yeah, if you're proficient in religion, you can roll on it.
Got it.
You have to be
gotcha.
proficient. You have to be proficient in it to roll on the skill check. Ireena can always roll on it because she is jack of all trades. So Lysanthir, I think, got it, and so does Marcus. Lysanthir, what god is it exactly, Baridian? The symbol of?
It's the symbol of Adon, the goddess of spirits.
Okay. Marcus, do you lay on hands? A feeling of
I
warmth.
restore 5 hit points.
So, Baridian, you get 5 hit points. You're up from 0. And Shaq kind of like looks a little. He's like, "Oh, thank God." And I'm gonna hit over your model since you have an animated model. I'm just gonna bring you up like that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Toggle. We're just gonna have to put your model down here.
Yeah, they don't work.
Tabletop doesn't work well with slopes and stuff. So Baridian comes to. He wakes up, eyes open. What do you do?
Delana, Is that you? Who goes there?
You see a 39-year-old man. Seems to have aged quite quickly in the last 5 hours. Say, no woman here.
Oh, must be my dreams.
I mean, he's not wrong. You do kind of look pretty as a woman.
Who are you? Where'd you come from? I help you. I help him to his feet.
The name's Baridian. I was actually looking for you guys. I was told by my goddess that I must find travelers fitting your guys' description, because she has great interest in what your souls are doing in this plane. And she wants me to come and assist you in making sure that whatever it is you're doing can be completed.
Damn lucky that you found us then.
Well, it seems I am lucky that you have found me.
What happened here? You look pretty. You look beat up.
Well, when I was wandering through these swamps, because I heard that a group with the description I was looking for is in the area, I was searching for you, and it seems I've caught the attention of some wolves. And so the wolves, to me, seem a little unnatural as to why they would come after me. But with this fog, I got lost in my ways until I realized I couldn't run any longer, so I had to stand and fight. And it seems I somehow come out with my life.
Was the description of the group, did it include a tall, dark, handsome paladin and a very short, ugly dwarf?
Yeah, you're quite ugly. Old man. As he looks at the beard and does this. Because you know, got a great big long
I
beard.
see that 5 o'clock shadow there running there, buddy.
Oh yeah.
It does seem that they got the descriptions of the age of the group wrong.
No, it's about accurate. We had a little bit of a run-in with one of our party members' ex-incarnated lover, and turned two of us fast forwarded our appearances to 10 years later.
My knees ache now.
Good for you.
Does your back hurt too? Yeah. You'll get there. You're fine. You'll be fine.
So, your goddess.
Who's she?
Why has she got interest in us? Do you know?
I do not question Adon, goddess of the spirits, but she is benevolent, and she's never stirred me wrong. She seems that
If I'm
you
not
guys-
mistaken, doesn't she look after the dead?
she is actually the creator of all souls. We like to consider her as the great weaver of life. Once she creates the souls, it's as if it's a flowing tapestry. And she always has great interest in what she creates.
Maybe she can help us figure out what to do with this stone.
I'll put my axes away, go over to Lyce, grab the wee baby,
Yep, please take this thing away.
go up to the new priest and go, can you help this one? You see basically an abomination is stitched together, isn't it, baby?
Like a flesh golem, I believe.
As such. We don't know if it's dead or alive or anything about it. I just think it's a baby. I hand you the baby.
It looks up at you with like cataract eyes, blackened, you know, but wrapped in a white linen cloth.
Well, I see that this is one hideous little baby, but a soul it still has.
Dwarven babies are even worse. They have
But it-
beards and everything.
Come out with beards.
Is there a soul?
Yes. This baby does have a soul. But I'm surprised that you guys have such a baby. Why is that?
Yes,
We
a
found
baby.
it at a hut.
I'm not gonna kill it.
Someone in our former party tried to throw it into the swamp.
There was a crazy witch back there that flew in a skull, shot deadly shit out of her hands until
One that aged the two of them.
Aged the two of them. And inside her hut, oh, that's the other thing. The fucking house come alive. It was like a giant tree. Fucking hit me. You see like this massive gash across my chest at the minute. And I kind of point to it. It was pretty nasty. Oh yeah, that's the skull on that OE disc. And then there was this baby inside the house. I heard it crying. I just grabbed it and ran out the house when it come alive.
That's quite interesting. I can see why my goddess has taken quite an interest in your guys' adventures. I will consult with her later on whether or not what should be done with this baby. But for now, I need some rest.
One more question for you.
Yeah.
Not this again.
I was gonna say, one more question for you, sir.
Yeah.
You sure she
Yes.
chose the right bunch?
As I chuckle, I do not question what her desires are. I just choose to follow them,
Okay,
no matter
he's
how
pretty good.
questionable.
Questionable's the word, yes.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on you twice. Try to get you back up a little bit here. So plus 10 and plus 8.
Yeah, maybe we can stop and have a drink as well.
Pops out the cask. Okay, anybody want some?
So you got, before you guys are like going into the stones, you're doing what we call a short rest. Short rest is like 10 minutes. So you can spend your hit dice, because we didn't do that last game, because some of you guys got pretty beat up by the Baba Lysaga fight. You can spend your hit dice if you didn't do that short rest from Toggle. I think Lysanthir, for instance, is pretty beat up. And how your hit dice work is, like, for instance, Ireena, I think you're at full HP since we just made a new character for you. But for instance, Lysanthir, I think you roll a d6 for each level. You can spend your hit dice to regenerate your HP. And same with you, Daerma. If you want to spend hit dice instead of items like healing potions or spells, this is your time to do it.
We did take a short rest when we were counting the
Yep.
money.
And you're taking another short rest right now as we kind of just refresh the mechanic.
Can you manage your spells during a short rest or only during the long rest?
Long rest.
Got it.
Unless you got a feat or
I
arcane evocation.
Recovery.
Arcane recovery. Yeah.
It's not a simple yes or no answer, Ireena, but for your class, the answer is no. You can only regain your
No,
spell slots
got
after
it.
a long rest. One thing you can get back, though, from your short rest, Ireena, is your wild shape forms, which I think you get 1 or 2 of. Shaq says, well, if everybody's good to go, then maybe we can go and try to consecrate this stone. Is everybody sure, though?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go.
Ireena, I'll need your help.
I will help in any way I can.
Okay. Do we want to leave the skull out here?
Oh,
Leave it close by.
I'm gonna put it near. I pick it up and I move it.
It's pretty awkward for one person, but you're strong as, you know, a mountain.
I would drag it if I can't totally lift it.
Drag it out. Where do you want to drag it? With Daerma on it? I'll try to put it in over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it in between some of the stones.
Okay,
Hey, we
we'll
don't
just
need it. We don't need it
put it
for
right
the
here for now.
ritual, do we?
We
Yeah.
don't.
Shaq
We don't,
says.
but I
Set it
want to make
aside.
sure it doesn't get kicked away or something by some giant tree.
Well, the last place had a tree.
Well, Shaq points. He's like, "There's a tree right here. This weeping willow."
Well, then maybe move it away from that one.
Well, go ahead. As Shaq is kind of lazy.
Take out some of my axes. Take out one of my axes, maybe not the magical one, and start chopping down the tree.
It's gonna take you like 20 minutes to do it, and your fly. Yeah. Here comes. Speaking of Shaq, here he comes, Mr. Shaq himself.
Hey.
Let me see if we can get him in
Welcome.
here. Hey, Shaq.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Let me see.
Would you still like me to hold your hand, Shaq?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
We were
Voice
just about to go
recreation
in.
was perfect.
Let me let's get Shaq inside of the tabletop. Shaq, we went through this like ghost battlefield. Everyone, made sure everybody wanted to do it to reconsecrate the amber. Everybody wanted to. You have the amber in your possession, so you have and Ireena is a new member of the party too. We did party introductions. Too bad you missed those. That's okay. Ireena is a level 2 druid, so she's going to help you with the ritual.
Ooh.
Are we ready?
I'll
So
say
Shaq.
again.
So I just
I'll
want
say
to.
again, Shaq. Are you 100% sure that you don't want to keep the bastard and you want
Yes,
to
stop asking.
Well, I believe Mr. Marcus, sir, knows best, and I trust him.
Okay.
But yes.
But you can
Ask
cast
again.
this cool
Yeah, there it
flight
is.
spell on me.
His Tog is flying around. I was like, don't let his entertainment detract you from the objective.
Doing somersaults in the air, just
Yeah.
casual.
You
I'm-
casted
I'm floating
fly
at
on
eye
him
level
with
Shaq.
the
It's the
stone.
It's the first time the dwarf ever been eye level with anyone. So he's eye level with the tallest person, with Shaq.
What are we doing,
let's
guys?
do it.
Oh my god.
Where they're gonna start the ritual or whatever they have to do.
Shaq, you're
gonna
right
do
here. Have you loaded in, guys? So Ireena, this is your model right here. Okay, do you know how to move your model? You can just drop and drag your model. Right here, Ireena. You okay, Ireena? Do you see where your model is? It's this person right here.
Right here.
Yeah, just left click, drop and drag it. Don't be nervous. You played through the tutorial. You're good.
Did it work?
Did you grab it?
I think so.
That you just grabbed it right there, did you?
Yes, I think so.
Grab it and then move it up to the middle of the hill here.
What
I think Ireena's
there I
grabbing
am,
the
okay.
wrong model there.
There. Yes, I got me
You
up
going
there.
there?
Perfect. Ireena moved her model successfully.
Yay!
Little victories
Yes.
to defeat the Dark
I
Lord.
was like really worried about touching anything on this. My screen is like flashing weird colors on the
Shaq,
side.
you have to move into the circle if you want to cleanse the amber of one of the ambers of Barovia.
I'm gonna hover above the skull, and
And just as you do that, Tog, you fall prone as the fly spell wears off.
Alex.
It only lasted like 10 minutes, right? So.
Yeah.
And as soon as you see that, Tog, you're like kind of coming up and you look up. Where's your character at? Everybody needs to move their character into position. If you want to be in the circle or out of the circle, that's on you. Lysanthir is right now here outside of the circle.
I'm right next to Shaq, so
It's okay if you want to stand outside the circle, but it is what it is.
I'm gonna protect the skull.
Yeah, I'm standing on the skull, in between the two pillars.
On top of it.
Yep.
All right, so only Shaq and Ireena are in the circle?
Ah, screw it. I'll stay in the circle. Let's see what happens.
I'm half in, half out. I suppose it.
Yeah, you're right.
depends.
I will count as you as in the circle.
I'm in the circle too, so I'm right next to Shaq.
The new paladin. Did you heal yourself up, Baridian?
Short rest.
Oh, spend some hit points, right?
Did you spend some hit dice to heal yourself up?
Let me do that real quick.
Okay, let's do that.
Cleric's D8, aren't they? Or you?
That's right, a D8.
I'm a cleric, yeah, so D8.
And I think there's a way to do it right in D&D Beyond.
Just
Yes,
do a
awesome.
custom roll. Oh wait, can you roll hit die, or do you just do custom roll?
I think you do either or. I think there's a way, there's like an interface in there that you can do it with the hit dice. All right. So, Shaq, you take the crystal, and you're with, like, in the circle in Ireena. And, like I said, Tog, you're kind of being observant, and Shaq, you see her. Like, moving in between the pillars. You see the woman that had her throat slit. And you just see her look, and she glances at you. She walks from pillar to pillar. But then she's gone. What do you do?
Continue with the ritual, I guess.
Lysanthir, you see her over your shoulder. This woman that you kind of helped out. What do you do?
Is she like within earshot?
You don't see her. It's like she's moving in and out of the pillars, or in between the pillars,
okay.
but on the outside of the pillars. And you see her again, but she's like moved over here, unnaturally.
I'm
What do you do?
continue watching her.
Where did I put her? There she is. She's like moves like between these two pillars, and she looks at Ireena. Now, Ireena, in our last game, they helped save one of the woman that she was being. This woman was held in a cage by Baba Lysaga. She had her throat slit. Marcus saved her life, and the one thing they saw, she had a lot of scars on her neck. That she had her throat slit many times.
Have I seen it yet?
Yes, I'm assuming everybody's like, "Hey, look," you know. So you guys
So is
know what's
she
going on.
dead, or is she
It's
Yeah.
alive?
I'm gonna shout at her as soon as they tell me, and then I notice her. I'm gonna go, "Hey, old lady, where did you go?"
No response. Here's a picture of her. I'm linking her in our game chat, which is in our Discord. So I know there's a lot of windows. You got the tabletop window, you got the Zoom window, you got the Discord window where I link all the pictures and stuff so you can save them. This is what the lady looks like. White hair. You know, jewels and beads, but again, a lot of scars around her neck.
I'm gonna move towards her. If I see her going through like the pillars, and then I'm gonna say, "Hey, that's very rude. We did save your life after all."
And you look back over your shoulder, Tog, and you
Yeah.
see her like on the other side of the pillars. She kind of emerges out through the mist, and she comes into the circle now.
I'm gonna walk towards her. So, what can we do for you now? We thought you disappeared on us. You know anything about that weird baby?
So do
The one that
not
I'm still holding?
interrupt. Do not interrupt this ritual.
Yeah, I'm stepping basically between her and Shag or Ireena, whoever's doing the ritual.
I step in front.
Is
as
anybody
well.
else moving their character before she says something, I guess?
So,
Shaq.
what is it, lady?
We
We're doing
were.
the ritual.
And I gotta stay because I'm doing the ritual, right?
Well, you haven't even started the ritual. You guys just have this done.
Oh,
You
we
haven't
haven't
said or
even-
done anything yet.
Oh,
Okay.
I haven't even started.
Shaq has a stone in her hand. You guys just been watching this woman kind of pivot in between pillars.
Can we cast like a check on her to see if
I'm getting some
She
echo from
has
someone.
bad intentions.
Yeah, do an insight check.
I think it's someone that's got a stream open.
Yeah. Or something, I don't know.
Yeah, my first
There I go, I
insight
muted.
roll was a 9.
I muted Daerma, that fixed it.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. You guys are screwing
Well,
with me.
Sorry.
We figured it out.
No, you figured it out. Thank you so much.
He's still trying to talk through it. He's trying to take over.
Now, normally in the future,
Yeah,
I
his
want
eyes.
to do a thing where I roll your insight roll so you don't know what you rolled. She just starts to
Okay.
talk, though, but apparently you're not gleaming any more insight. And she says, once there were 3 of us.
Real what? Three of you?
We were 3.
Okay.
How can we help you?
You've brought the amber. She looks over at Shaq.
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of something, so... You want this, Amber? Because you can't have it.
We're trying to save everyone here.
How are you trying to save everyone?
One amber at a time.
An amber at a time, or that man there with a sword will cut off the vampire's head. He said it many
Not
times.
joking.
She walks over to Shaq.
Oh, I'm not letting her walk
Yeah,
past us.
not letting her walk past.
Protect me, please.
Yeah.
She like stops as you
there.
guys are like, stopped her, and she's like,
Yeah.
the ambers were created long ago
Yes.
by the
And now they're
gods and goddesses of Zin, given to as gifts to the mortal races.
Yes, and we're returning the gifts.
Strahd took them a long time ago. You look into her neck as you're looking up, all the scars are there. Of how many nights, countless nights, Baba Lysaga must have slit her throat. And she says,
I look at my own hands. I'm like, man, I thought I was bad.
and she says, Strahd took them when he turned into the devil.
That evil bastard will take anything he wants.
He corrupted the stones. The stones give him powers now.
And we're cleansing them. You're not gonna stop us, are you?
She backs away and she looks, Shaq, and right before you, like roots come out of the earth into a way to hold the amber. She's like, the journey will not be easy to return it.
We're prepared. I think.
I will do nothing, stop at nothing to get revenge.
What do you guys do? There's a clasping roots, like the amber is supposed to be put down into it. The clouds
put it in.
above you, as you like reach to put it forward, Shaq, the clouds above you start to swirl. Darkness. Everyone inside the circle rolls a d20.
Oh.
The
Just
lowest
a regular
person,
D20.
the lowest person, something happens.
Oh no, I've got the wee babby in here.
I rolled a 1.
The babby doesn't roll.
Are you shitting me?
Ooh, I rolled a 20.
I rolled a 12.
13. Not lowest, thankfully.
Talking about the baby, I still have the baby outside the circle.
I
Yeah,
rolled a
I'm
I
outside
did
the
it.
circle with the
I
baby, so.
think it,
And that's still insight, mine's still
Yeah.
rolling.
You guys see like the swirling of mist all around the circle. Above, the clouds begin to shift. Darkness covers as the clouds and the fog from the amber take over, Shaq.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Shaq didn't say anything or do anything, and he fails his roll. And you see it, Marcus, like you saw on Yester Hill, almost like an illusion is forming around the mist and the fog. Shaq, you see them, your kin, the mountain folk of the East Mountains.
Oh, these fucking people.
You see them enslaved, binded by chains by the irks of the darkness. And you see them being carried off. Everyone sees this. Everyone needs a roll, a d20, as the amber sinks slowly into the earth, through being carried into the ground. Everyone but Shaq. So Shaq already failed his roll.
Even outside the circle?
No, unless you're inside the circle only.
We roll again.
You see this too, Lysanthir. You see
Oh,
the,
yeah,
on the outside of this mist swirls all around
And I'm
you.
really sorry, but my rolls are like, for some reason, taking like forever to come up. But they are rolling.
Try refreshing.
Refreshing the
Refreshing.
page, yeah.
Just refresh. Yeah, just try refreshing.
Marcus fails his roll.
Can
think
I
he
run
rolled a
into
2.
the circle?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. You pass through the
Okay.
mist. Roll, make a d20 roll, Lysanthir. Laura Stoneheart stands back with a blank face, unblinking, as the stone begins to sink around into the earth. Did you roll, Lysanthir?
Yeah, I
It's
got
not
one.
It's not an initiative roll. It's just a
Oh,
14.
okay.
Marcus fails. The next visage in the mist that forms, Marcus, you see it. Your sister, Jew. She's in Ravenloft, gripped by Strahd. You see her. The mist shifts. You see her turned. She's now a vampire by Strahd. And you see she's in the catacombs somewhere. And you see a tome lock. And you see the passing of ages as she's locked away in the catacombs for all of eternity. Everyone rolls a d20 unless you want to say something, Tog.
No, my leg was there and I was sitting on it.
Can I make a? Can I make a if
You can
trying
say
to
something or
deduce
do
what
something.
these- Which one?
Go ahead and just make a roll. D20 roll. Everyone rolls a d20 as the stone begins to submerge Shaq.
I go, Shaq, is it supposed to be doing?
Fuck! I
I
failed.
don't know.
Do I
Pretty
Done this
close.
before.
The wind begins to pick up around you, Shaq. The fogs begins to spin faster and faster. The gem is almost submerged completely as Daerma fails his roll. Daerma, you see it. Your brothers fighting the darkness and the forces of the darkness, like you saw in the mist with the horns, right? Your brothers are slain in the battlefield, and you see your arch nemesis, Morgaine. She's been
I
turned
got
by.
a 17, by the way.
Yep.
Finally.
I think Daerma rolled a nat 1. You see your arch nemesis there, Morgaine. She's been turned by Bool. She's out in the world. You see her burning villages. And finally, Shaq, you must say something for the ritual to be complete. If not, you fail. What do you want to say to complete the ritual?
It's done.
Ireena, what do you want to say to complete the ritual?
I love it.
Thank you to the power of the earth and the nature to help us cleanse the evil from the stone.
The stone is submerged into the earth. A quaking and a slight rumble happens as the stones begin to shake, almost impossibly, as they're just these massive, pillars.
What's the old woman doing in all of this? Because I've been trying to keep an eye on her.
She's just standing back, watching this unfazingly, unblinkingly, and she says to you, when the ritual is complete, Shaq, she says, These are only visions of what is to become if you fail.
Cue for the heads up.
The mist of the whole bog begins to lift, and you've seen it for the first time of your time in Barovia here. The clouds almost begin to part. You can see the sun beginning to show.
It worked.
Easy, Marcus. Why did you have so much problems last time?
I think last time because there was
There
was a few blood sacrifices for mountain men. Strahd showed up and murdered, beheaded one of our folks, and turned Ireena into a half vampire.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, you're half vamp?
I've been bitten once.
Okay.
But I don't know if that makes me half vamp or not.
I can definitely see why you want revenge.
Not only in this life, he has tormented me for many.
Well,
So what
is
do we
that
do
it,
now?
Shaq?
I think so. Yeah.
Well done! I slap him on the back.
Thank you.
Stone gone?
The stone
job,
is
big guy.
submerged into the earth, and it is gone.
Well done. Alright, let's get this skull back.
There goes my fly.
Seriously though, I'm kind of on the I'm kind of agreeing with Todd. I was like, how did you mess this up?
Well, you know, that Strahd wouldn't want to turn up while I was here, so.
Sure, that's why.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Well, maybe it was the wee baby.
I was gonna say it might be the baby, but you know, we gotta deal with that somehow, right? Yeah, there it is. Is Laura still here? Or did she disappear? With the
I
stone?
am trying to put Zoom on a different thing, so maybe my computer will run better. So I'm gonna get off on this and be on a different one.
Oh, she's gone. Okay.
Is it running quicker for you? You're fine. What do you guys want to do? Shaq, the ritual's complete. You look up. The fog of the whole bog is lifted. You can see now out into the ruins of Berez. A village that was here long ago, destroyed by erosion and rain. The first glimmer of hope in Barovia in a long time as you consecrate the amber into its rightful place.
Is it the first time we've seen sun since we've been back in?
The sun is
I don't
bare.
know.
You just see it peering through the cloud, but the sun is still covered by a cloud. But you can actually see it this time. A glimmer of hope.
That in its own right is fairly impressive. But that's a good thing we done. Shame no one to see us, to maybe throw us a celebration and a few beers, but hey.
I can always brew my special.
Yep, maybe later. Maybe we should take this skull back to the keep. Maybe that little dragon will give us sync.
Yeah, we don't want to run out of sunlight.
Okay.
We
So,
can see where we're going now. So that's kind of handy.
so Marcus, now that we consecrated the stone, there's no way of getting this back over to the Gaia tree, right? So that option is out for us.
Probably, but let's discuss your ideas as we're walking. If Strahd shows up with this breaking of the sunlight,
I was
might
worried
not be
about
the
that
only
too.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
It is now
let's-
1 o'clock.
Yeah,
I was like,
go.
we can discuss as we're traveling. We don't want to stay anywhere too long.
Hey, big man.
Hey,
You mind carrying me? I'm fed up swimming in this shithole.
I'd be honored.
Like,
Give him a piggyback ride or something.
yep.
I hoist you up.
I just sit up there happily. You're coming with a baby, I hope.
Yes, I shall come with this baby.
Can't just leave you out here.
I think as a group, we're all starting to head back towards the
Castle.
castle. I forgot what it's
Castle
called.
Argynvostholt, yes.
Argynvostholt. Argynvost is a dragon now. It's called St. Kells.
Yeah.
Oh, before I get up on his shoulders, I help put the skull back up onto the floating disc.
Okay.
And then we head off.
And you head off.
I guess my next question would be, are we gonna have to cross that river again? That was
Probably.
Probably.
God.
You guys are passing through. The fog has been totally lifted. There's no more random encounters that occur.
Nice.
Great.
But you guys have to
Very
cross
nice.
the river. You see it there. The river, I think, is Idris is the name of the river.
I shouldn't have said anything.
How are we crossing the river?
No, this is gonna be awkward.
The river's 100 feet across.
How much weight can you get on that floaty disc here?
500 pounds.
How heavy is the skull? Probably about that, isn't it?
It's about that much.
Okay, so we can't get
It's
anyone
about
else.
598 pounds.
Yeah.
It's a giant skull of a dragon.
Marcus is wearing full plate. Oh, this is going to be awkward. I am going to get out a rope and tie us all together. I'm going to go, right, let's keep everyone safe this time. And put it around everyone's waist. From the next person to the next person. So if one person slacks...
I agree, we don't have a sorcerer that uses fly anymore.
Well,
That's how we got away the last time.
if we're all together, at least. If we all go, then we're in the same place.
Can I look at the map real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we see anything now that the fog's cleared? Do we see any bridges?
Make a perception roll.
Okay.
Because where's the party right now?
Sure, I'll put on Nikon.
That's 20.
Yeah.
Perception.
Toggle,
Good job.
toggle, busting the rules. Toggle, you see a rickety bridge.
Great.
All right, who's going in the water first?
You guys are right over here in the swamp, trying to cross the river, which is right here, the Luna River.
Ah.
Okay. I think we should try the bridge, and then if we fall, we can swim, maybe?
That's
What'd you say? There's a bridge?
A rickety
Yes.
bridge. Old wooden bridge down that way. No point. We couldn't see it before because of the fog, but now we can.
Does anyone have a spyglass?
Oh, what's one of those?
All right, let's start walking then.
You guys walking down the bank of the river to the rickety bridge that Tog has spotted with his dwarven eyes. Lysanthir, you must be getting slow. Your elven eyes should have picked it up.
Yeah.
Rough.
Everybody, are we crossing the bridge? Tog has tied a rope around everyone.
Yep, same practice.
Same type of
Right
mechanic,
round
kind of
everyone.
like Indiana Jones a little bit.
Yeah,
yes.
one
I
fails,
can-
maybe we can hold them.
And Temple of
So
Doom
can I
type style.
can use my rope to tie it. I can use my rope to tie me and then the next person.
Yeah. You have enough rope. You guys have enough rope to do it? We're just going to make it easy. Everybody roll a d20. If you roll a nat 1, the bridge breaks beneath you.
Here's hoping.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Daerma, don't roll in that one, please.
2.
That
Because
That
Tog
counts.
roll a 20.
That's really bad.
5, I'll take it.
4, 5.
Here, we got a 13. Woohoo!
Nat 20, you said?
These are really bad rolls.
Yeah, Ireena's still kind of
17.
slow, so I don't know if it's.
Yeah, it's still coming up,
It's just D&D
but
Beyond. It's not your
coming
computer.
faster.
Yeah, I don't think it's your computer. I think it's server side.
It's all good. It's all good. We'll assume Ireena passes when the roll shows up. You guys all make it across.
Do you have physical dice at all, by any chance?
Ireena.
I don't. No.
Okay, that's fine.
But if someone wants to roll for me, I got a 9.
Nice. You can just tell us your roll if you see it, and we don't see it in the combat log too.
Okay.
We'll take a leap of faith and trust you. The fog is mostly lifted, but you see it there. You hear a thunderous roar. And seconds later, a huge dragon made of silver mist glides overhead, dispersing enemy soldiers with each flap of its mighty wings over an ancient battlefield as you guys are like leaving the swamp. Its long reptilian tail slices through the air above as the dragon carves a swath through the fog, affording you a fleeting glimpse into the mist ahead and deeper into the swamp. And you see him there. A man riding, black hair, black curly hair, riding a horse made of smoke and ash, flies to Argynvostholt, this ghost, and slashes into him with a sword made of lightning.
What into the dragon?
And now we roll initiative.
Wait, what?
As Strahd is attacking Argynvostholt. Daerma, you're up first. What do you do?
Oh dear God.
Strahd looks down and sees you.
Guys,
Is this?
I think he's above me.
What do you want to do, Daerma?
Can't be.
Okay, I'm going to. I'm gonna cast Mirror Image, and I'm gonna cast Blade Song as my bonus action.
Mark it on your spell sheet.
I'm buffing the living
Baridian,
shit
what
out
are
of
you
myself.
doing?
I will be. I will be doing a bless on 3 of the party members.
Mark it on your sheet.
Which party members?
You guys have made it across the bridge, by the way. You're on the other side. Lysanthir, you're up.
Who did he bless?
Yeah, who'd you bless?
Yeah, so for 3 people, I got Toggle, and I got Lysanthir and Shaquille.
Okay. Mark, flip over your concentration token. Who's up next is
That'd be me.
Lysanthir, thanks.
I don't really have much to do, so I'm just gonna kind of ready my hands, throw some fire.
Okay. Strahd is 120 feet away. Would you like to cast something at him?
Oh, sure.
What are you casting at him?
Firebolt.
Hitting them in the back of the head.
Roll to hit.
I'm gonna try. Does a 17 hit?
It's at you don't have disadvantage at range, I think, right? It's just a straight up roll.
That's just straight up roll.
Yeah, that's a hit. Roll damage. As these ghostly battle figures fight
17.
all across out in the battlefield. You strike out and you hear him scream. It's distant, it's faint. The illusion of the dragon flies north to Argynvostholt, and Strahd's visage of mist passes through. He's unaffected. Make an insight roll.
Where is that? It's right here.
We're going down the line. Initiative. Marcus, you're up.
Shoot him with Eldritch Blast.
Roll to hit. As a majestic as Marcus points into the sky, that is a hit. A flying gavel flies out across the ghostly battlefield of a battle long time ago, maybe centuries ago.
8 damage.
It passes through him unaffected. Make an insight roll.
Got a solid 13.
We go down the line. Toggle, you're up. Strahd's on deck.
I can't do shit. I will look around and try and figure out what the fuck is going on. And I'm just standing there with my axes.
You see Toggle draw his axes. Roll a perception roll, or an insight roll, Toggle.
Don't really matter. Both wisdom. 14.
Toggle, this is just like an illusion of some kind, right? A battle long time ago, when the Urks invaded into the mountains against the clans of dwarves. In Barovia, it might have been centuries ago, but for you, it's only maybe 15 years ago. Strahd seems, his visage or ghostly visage over this ancient battlefield seems unaffected. He seems to have wounded Argynvostholt in this battle a long time ago, and Argynvostholt flies north back to his castle.
I say, comes to the realization. I say, haven't we got that dragon skull? I don't know what's going on, but I don't think this is real.
What do you mean?
Maybe one of you mages? I don't know. Do magic shit?
That's not very specific, but
I
okay.
use an axe, well, I haven't got a clue what you do.
I've moved the icon across the map if you guys have successfully crossed the river, but they're still in the swamp of Berez. Did you roll an Arcana roll, Lysanthir?
No, but I can. 13.
Yeah, we'll say it's obvious, like with the help of Toggle, that this is just some battle long time ago. Probably a battle of the last war, but cursed in the realm of Barovia.
Maybe we should just keep heading to the castle and keep an eye out, just in case one of these is actually real.
Does anybody want to do anything before we go to Argynvostholt?
No, I'm assuming,
Good.
considering it took us a day to get to the swamp,
Oh boy.
It will take us a day
What
to
just happened?
get back to Argynvostholt because we had a camp.
I just cleared the map, guys.
Oh,
Fun.
You'll arrive at Argynvostholt by like we'll say 5 p.m.
Wait, it took us a whole day to get down to the swamp last time. We had to sleep on the way,
Did it?
didn't we?
yeah.
I think you guys just rested because you guys were getting beat up and you wanted to get your spell slots back because you fought the
maybe.
Revenants.
Okay. Well,
I do have. I can tell you exactly how far it is, Tog, if you want to. I have distances and everything. If you want to give me a second.
if you say we're gonna be there by 5, we'll be there by 5.
Let me pull it up.
Exactly.
I'm just misremembering. I thought we slept, but if we slept because we were trying to get spell slots back, that was the case.
Are we taking a long rest because it took us a day, or? Is
I don't
that
know,
what-
but we
That's-
could before we enter in.
I
Yeah,
think
we-
that'd
Yeah, I
be a
would
good
want
idea.
to take a long rest.
We can't at the minute, because we slept less than 12 hours ago.
It won't count. Tog is right.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't count. We can sit here and wait.
If you guys are traveling at normal speed, it's going to just take 6 hours to get there. So it'll be
let's just go
about
there then.
7 o'clock at night.
7 o'clock. Okay, in that case, by
7
the time
plus
we
12.
get
So 1900
when we
hours,
get-
right?
when we get close, then we'll hitch up and set camp.
You guys want to get set up, like, how far away do we want to set up away from Argynvostholt, the skull of Argynvostholt?
What do you reckon, Marcus?
100 yards.
Like down the hill, because we had to go down this.
Yeah, we had to roll down the. Oh yeah.
Before you guys want to do it on near the cliff?
Yeah, down the cliff, not actually in Argynvost's grounds.
So just outside, just so we're far enough away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can see the castle, but not actually be within throwing distance.
Sure.
In case something comes out.
Are we going to camp here for the night?
Yeah.
So we can get a
Yeah.
long rest in. Is that what's going on, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Shaq?
I suggest we
Sure.
take watches.
Who's taking first watch?
I'll do it.
I'll cast Leoman's tiny hut for everybody. So.
Ah, the invisible hut. I forgot about that.
Dormus kneels down with his blanket, casts a ritual. A dome, a large dome enough to house all of you, arises, though you guys all have to sleep together like good little adventurers. Who's taking first watch? The skull is the skull is too big and has to remain outside of the tent.
Maybe we should do 2 people. We got the 7 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can stay first.
We can do two person watch, and then rotate.
Okay.
It's not
So,
right.
Shaq,
We're going to say it's 8 o'clock at night, guys, as we're setting up camp. Overlooking the cliff, you see it. The long dead castle of Argynvostholt.
So Shaq and Marcus are taking first watch.
First watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Feel free to roleplay, guys.
So, Shaq, what do you think about the ritual?
Took me by surprise. I didn't think that that old lady was going to try to kill us. Honestly,
I don't know what she wanted.
she seemed like she wanted to protect us. Maybe.
It was almost that of like caution rather than, you know, someone being adversarial.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna run across her again. That doesn't seem like the last time we'll meet her.
I hope it is. She creeps me out.
She creeps me out a bit quite as well. But we could get more information from her maybe about what will happen if we continue.
Yeah, usually these people end up popping up throughout their time. As much of the times on the road. I think we end up kind of running across some of these folks as we picked up one person who found us pretty easily with their god, so. What do you think of the new guy anyways?
Who's that?
The
The cleric?
yeah. What do you
Huh.
think of him?
Well, he's holding the baby, so he must be a good guy.
Making an excellent babysitter.
Do we have a fire or no? Or should we make
I
one?
cast firebolt.
Yeah, I would have set up a fire because I would have been cooking some semblance of meat. I'm muted.
DM's muted.
Yep, the little fire set up by Toggle. It's gathered some wood like you would normally in the Dwarven Mountains.
Let's throw like another log on the fire.
I was assuming the rest of us were asleep and it was just Marcus and Shaq that was up at the top.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
As this conversation was going on.
Who has next watch?
I'll take it with whoever.
Who wants to take second watch?
wants here.
Tog throws
I'll
up his
take
hand.
watch.
Okay, Daerma and Toggle. Everybody else gets a good night's sleep.
Ah. So, was
So-
you happy with your jump?
Oh hell yeah.
Good. Well, I'm not a greedy person, but everyone deserves a fair share. But there's a few things we should probably keep to ourselves. If you know what I mean.
Oh, I agree. I look at the diamond, I'm like, I'm gonna need this for later. Though you will forgive me if I may not sell it.
You don't need to sell it. Everyone has their fancies. My family used to have a huge hoard of little diamonds like that one, and bigger ones, and emeralds, and all sorts of treasures. You see him playing with something in his pocket again.
You know, I never figured that out. I noticed that you fiddle with something in your pocket. What?
Just memories. You see me pull out this massive yellow in colour citrine sort of diamond, and it's got a slight glow to it, and you being a wizard would inherently know it's magical of some description, but you wouldn't be able to tell without obviously doing it.
You know, I never came across a magical gem such as this. This is a rarity.
This is all I have left. My family.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's my fault. But that's probably a story for another day.
Well, if it gives you any consolation, I lost the love of my life to magic.
The magic? What sort? I don't really know magic myself. I know it's valuable, but I don't see the point in it.
Though I would encourage anybody who wants to get into it, they have to know the price, and I paid too much for it.
Yeah, see,
I
this
wanted
is the
to-
thing with magic. You don't know what you're paying. That's why I like the axe, because you see, if I know what I'm paying when I swing this axe. If I miss, that guy's gonna kill me. You could cast a spell and you don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh no, I agree. But I agree with you on that. I would probably tell somebody that if they're interested in magic, have that warning, have that disclaimer, but I did it because I wanted to learn magic, because I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to give something back. Not knowing that I gave up my family, my lineage, my love, and made a lot of enemies in the process. But I'm still here, trying to make sense of where I'm at now.
One thing I learned after my very long years of life is if you really want to make a difference in the world, just keep going. It'll be hard. It'll break your heart multiple times. But just keep going, and eventually we'll make a difference. Plus, and I'll pull out this little flask that you have not seen yet. We get to have a few little sips of this. and you see on the front, if I ever turn off my video, you see that crest on the hip flask, and passes it to you.
Well, I'll be.
Take a sip. Not at all, just a sip.
Whoo-wee!
Yeah, it's extremely strong, sort of dwarven whiskey as such. Probably very old, very aged. Takes a sip, puts it back in breast pocket.
Well, I'll be. I learned a thing or two. I think I learned a thing or two tonight about dwarven whiskey. Thanks, Tog.
That's right. Let's carry on with all. You're muted again.
The night settles in as everybody is into a deep sleep, and everyone begins to dream. Let's have Shaq, Marcus, Baridian, Lysanthir, and Ireena roll a d20. Whoever rolls the lowest, something happens.
Come on, 1. Close.
I got a
6.
2.
Damn it.
Shit.
And it's gonna be hopefully
10 minutes
not
with
too long.
Ireena.
Right.
Did it already come up as a result for you, Ireena? Or is it just
No, like
thinking?
I just see the dice like rolling across the screen. That's great.
Fantastic. Just infinitely rolling back and forth across the thing.
The perpetual
It's like really like slowly
It's just like
doing that. Yeah.
like
I- I
this.
wa-
Like
I
tumbling
wonder if
forward.
yeah.
DVD
like, and now
sign
it's
just-
rocking back and forth.
I'm assuming Lysanthir failed the roll. Oh, there it is, a 6. Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
all right, hit me.
T minus
Your
20
best-
minutes till
Your best
Ireena.
bet, Aaron, the rolling dice, just go and Google, type in dice roller, and then just tell us what you get off of there for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can roll like a 20 or so.
Thank you, Tog. Lysanthir, you feel it, the dream. Someone's entering. You hear it, the voice. Lysanthir. Lysanthir. You open your eyes. You're there on a balcony overlooking a strange village you've never seen before. What do?
I look around. Where am I?
You look out. The night is starry. The mountains of Barovia. Down below you see a village. Little flickers of candles, street candle lights. The voices from behind you, though. Lysanthir.
I'd turn around to face it.
There's no one there. There's a huge archway almost that leads into this balcony. You look out, if you look out below, it must be thousands of feet below, descending into a mist.
That's terrifying. All right. Am I able to cast anything in this dream state or no?
You begin moving your hands. What do you want to cast?
Just want to throw a fire into the darkness.
You try to cast a spell, roll a d20.
That'll be a 5.
It normally should have happened. Maybe a cantrip you've done like 100 times before. You feel it like a figure, a wisp of wind come behind you. You look behind you. It's gone. But you feel it speed like you've never felt before. Lysanthir.
What kind of dark magic is this? Who are you?
I am the Ancient One.
What do you want from me?
I want your soul.
No. I don't think so. Why me? Why not any of the others?
Make a grapple check.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna roll a
Grapple?
d20.
Is that acrobatics?
I rolled an 18.
Oh boy.
You roll a strength or an athletics or acrobatics check. Whatever's higher. As you feel this,
17.
so you missed. He picks you up and throws
Yeah?
you over the ledge. You begin
Oh,
falling
God.
thousands and thousands of feet into the valley below. And you see the rocks below you as you slowly descend. And as you smash them, you wake up. You need to make a saving throw. Let me see what it is. I think it's a Constitution saving throw.
We see her. I'm assuming I'm on watch at this point. We see her writhing around in her sleep at all or anything?
Yeah, she's about.
Get up and scream.
It's a wisdom saving throw. What did you roll?
Wisdom?
Yeah.
I would have gone over to her if she was
Be a
writhing
dirty
around,
20.
shaking her, trying to wake
You
her up.
passed. You wake up, but you're just full of sweat, and Tog looks back at you as you're rifling out. Everyone wakes up and hears Lysanthir scream in the middle of the night.
You alright? Be lady, it was just a nightmare.
No, it's not just he's coming.
Who's coming?
The ancient one. He's coming for souls.
It's just a nightmare, lass.
It wasn't just a nightmare, trust me. I've had nightmares. That was not a nightmare.
Look around. Ever see anything?
Roll a perception check.
They want our souls?
Yeah, not very good. Fine. It's dark.
Yeah, you have to make it
Yes.
with, I think, disadvantage to you and with dark vision.
Oh,
Or
see.
As the
souls.
fire is now
This-
gone to smolders.
Yeah, 9.
It's right now 3 a.m. in the morning.
I don't think you say he was coming for us. Who's he again?
The ancient one. The only one that can take souls the way that they can just be destroyed.
I don't know if you're talking about a god of some sort.
Dharma, why
don't
don't you
know.
roll an Arcana check as you're awake with
I-
Tog?
Well-
right?
He's
wouldn't
always
have
been
a clue.
referred to as the ancient one.
Who's Strahd? No, he isn't.
Yeah.
Dwarma, why don't you roll an Arcana check? Since you're awake there with Toggle and Lysanthir wakes up in the middle of the night. I think Dwarma's AFK.
Yeah, I'm
AFK.
here. I'm here. I'll roll it.
Even
18.
Take souls or just kill people.
Dwarma, you've heard of magic before, of people being able to enter your dream and harm you and your body in real life. This must be something that might have just happened to Lysanthir.
It's
Do I have any
something
marks
that-
on me?
You look at it and you see the bruise of where he grabbed you to throw you off the ledge.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, this is some spooky, funky magic. All right.
And you see, like, if you look a little
The nightmare.
closer, you see, like, the pinpricks of where the claws must have dug in. Or, like, sharp fingernails.
Kind of a rules lawyer question.
Sure.
'Cause I'm not 100% sure on this. Can I'm fairly certain Leomund's tiny hut stops all spells from passing through it. Does that not count?
It does not.
Whatever this. Okay, just curious.
So go ahead and look it up if you want to. You guys going back to sleep? Is that what's going to happen? We're going to just go through a long rest? Or what do you want to say, Lysanthir?
I'm not sleeping. I don't know if you guys believe me or not, but that was not a nightmare. Something's coming for us.
Look, calm down. It's gonna be okay.
I just realized something. Are you an elf?
Yeah?
She's just entering a
sleep.
trance.
You don't need sleep.
I'm a half elf, so I need sleep.
You need 3 hours.
We messed up. So yeah, but it still happened to you, Lysanthir.
Oh, shush. Meditating there. Did that work better? I was
Yeah.
meditating. Would that help? Would that
It
be
works
better?
better if you're meditating, yes.
Works better? Okay, so I'm meditating, okay?
You meditate for 3 hours.
Yeah, okay.
In that case, if you don't want to go back to sleep, you can take the rest of my watch if you like, and I'll get some shut-eye.
Yeah, I'll do that.
How about the rest of you? I don't think there's anything we can do to stop him coming into our dreams if he wants to. Unless any of you wizardy folk know spells that can stop it.
I'm trying to see if I have any. I do not, I'm sorry.
You're not gonna know anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm shot out of hell too.
Maybe at a very high level, but there's no chance.
So we go through our long rest. You guys fall back to sleep. Lysanthir, you have a restless night, but you're able to still get your long rest in. You go try to you try to meditate again, and it's hard to do so, but you do the best you can. The night is still, the air is thin, but for successfully completing the ritual of within the swamp of Berez is elevated that area and consecrated that whole region. As you guys are overlooking the ghostly castle of Argynvostholt, it glistens in the moonlight. We wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning after everybody has like some breakfast and stuff. Unless we want to go before that.
I go in and check on the Lysanthir, so you know, I heard what happened. You all right? Still shook up?
Well, I'm as alright as I'm going to be. We just have to get this going.
Listen, we'll keep on our guard. We'll keep watch.
That's a very loud fucking.
Ah, how
Sorry,
is
I'm
that?
You hear
Maybe
it
Shaq
in the
knows.
woods. Why doesn't Shaq roll a nature check, I guess?
What the fuck is that bird doing, Shaq? I think it's dying. Is what I think.
Oh, if it's dying, I think that's food.
No.
Every time I take a long rest, my HP resets to minimum. Every time.
It's just a glitch in D&D Beyond. So just
Yeah.
please fix it. You have to remember what your HP was, then use your hit dice reset so you can use your hit dice to go back to whatever hit points you want to do. Your spells reset as we're about to enter Argynvostholt with the skull. The skull eerily sits there, waiting to be placed into the tower or into the mausoleum. We ready to go?
Hold
To
on.
Argynvostholt?
Can I use one of my hit dice?
Yeah, of
Before
course.
we go?
Long rest. Oh wait, you talking about for spells? If we're taking a long rest, you recover your HP.
No, for hit dice for HP.
Yep, you can use any hit dice. You don't need to ask me, guys. You guys can just do it yourself. You guys are managing it on yourself, you know.
No, what I'm saying is, Daerma, on a long rest, you recover all your hit points.
We changed the rule on that for Tog. That's one of our house rules. Yeah, you don't recover all of it. You just use your hit. You just use your hit dice. You recover all your hit dice, so it is a slight nerf to long rest. Short rests have been buffed. Long rests have been nerfed
Nerfed bat.
based on Dungeon Coach.
Oh wow, that's really bad for me.
Well, it just depends if you want to use your hit dice. But your hit dice reset, so you can use your hit dice before you go to sleep, and then you regain your hit dice after you do the long rest. And then you can spend those hit dice as well. So it helps you. Yeah, it helps you out.
I was on 3 HP. Sleep.
Oh, sorry.
I also wake up a little early so I can commune with my god as to what to do with this baby.
The baby, going forward into like monster encounters, everyone has a disadvantage on stealth as it's kind of crying.
Right.
Great.
So are we keeping the baby as we go into Argynvost?
Yeah. And he's communing to find out.
Yeah, I'm discussing with the gods.
You want to cast augury
It's commune.
or commune or something?
He gets questions, then you would.
Is it bad that if I was like, don't mention it to the cleric over there, but is it bad that I could possibly want to, have a good night with one of the gods?
What does that mean?
You know,
You're reaching above your station there, Daerma.
maybe I just want to reach above it just for one night.
Okay, everyone has their kinks.
Why don't we have our new cleric roll a d20, since he's kind of struggling to find the spell to cast.
Yeah, I only had the augury, and it
Do
wasn't
you
really
want
for
to
that.
cast augury?
Sure. I'll go ahead and cast it.
Okay. Cast it using your spell slot.
Yep, got it.
I think I have to see what it does now. You guys are killing me here. That'll hurt.
What's he casting?
Augury. Basically, I ask a question, and whether it's he uses one word answers as the dungeon master.
Yep.
To say like good, bad, or ugly.
Yeah, you
Definitely
nailed
ugly.
it. The thing is, you need to
The first
ask-
time it's a good answer, yeah. And so what's the question? You pray to what god are you praying to? Adon?
Yeah, I'm praying to Adon.
Okay. You pray to Adon, the goddess of spirits. And I don't know what's going on. It's not working. Interesting. What's your question?
Oh, merciful Adon, goddess of all spirits and souls. What?
That fucking
What?
troll.
What possibilities could come from not sacrificing? That's a bad word.
I mean,
No.
For vanquishing the soul from this body in order for it to fill the body of another. Does that make sense?
Yeah. She says, Holy follower, you were sent to stop Strahd. All souls are trapped in Barovia. That's your answer.
Well, that just made everything so much more difficult. All right. So, well, I guess I got the answer. So, we can't kill the child because his soul cannot be passed on to take another form, as is the rightful place in all cycles. Since this child has not had a worthy life to be judged by Tyr, it would be able to assume a different form. But since we're in these accursed lands, we cannot let this child die.
That's what I said. We should give the baby to someone.
Should we bring it to a church?
Maybe if we do a good thing for the wee dragon, maybe the wee dragon can take it in and look after it in its congregation.
Okay, yeah, that too. That might actually help. Favor for a favor.
Yeah.
You get that, yeah.
So right now your sword is sheathed because you're carrying the baby in one hand. The other hand has a shield out. Okay?
Yep.
Everyone has disadvantage on stealth as the baby is crying.
Yeah.
So you lose a free
We
hand,
got
essentially.
disadvantage in stealth with Marcus clinking around like a fool anyway, so...
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Are we
Turns
going
around,
to
his armor
Argynvost, guys? Are we ready to go to Argynvost?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Does anybody want to do anything before we go down to Argynvost with the skull?
Tensor's floating disc and put the bloody thing on the disc.
I'm just gonna wrap my arms from where I was grabbed, if it's still there, which I'm assuming it is.
Make a perception roll. Lysanthir. Not high enough.
Wait, no, the skull, I was watching it all last night. No way that skull's did.
The skull's still there. You like lift it up and put it on Tensor's disc. As you guys are ready to climb down the side of the cliff.
I'll climb up and throw you weaklings down a rope if you want.
Do you guys remember
Can I
doing this
jump?
No
before?
offense, but you
Yeah.
got wee arms.
You want to jump off and cast like Featherfall or something, Daerma?
Yup.
I'm climbing up.
You see Daerma just take kind of like a swan dive off, cast a spell, and you see him just gracefully float right to the bottom.
Wait, I thought we were going up because we come down when we left.
I don't remember. Talk.
Because he featherfalled when we left, and we.
I think you guys came down because that's how you guys originally came into
To
the
Argynvostholt, that's
You guys
how
climbed down, right?
Yeah. We climbed the rope down, so I'm like,
Okay, guys,
Anybody
we're going to
else?
load up the map. So Argynvost is a special map that needs to be loaded in separately. So I'm going to load it in. Hopefully it doesn't crash the game.
I also think I figured out a way to use my phone for D&D Beyond to roll,
that's
and I
working.
can see y'all's rolls. So I
Perfect.
think I haven't tried it yet, but
Alright,
let me.
alright.
I'm just gonna roll and see if you guys can see it.
I see the roll, and it came up pretty
Hey.
quick.
Yes.
Looks
There
like
you
it's
go.
working great.
See,
So
I switched the wrong app the first time.
we're back in front of Argynvost. Give me a second. I'll re-describe Argynvost for the new players. Obviously, you guys can see the map of it.
Big fucking castle. That's what it is. I can describe it while you're sorting that out.
Yeah, feel free to describe it, Tog.
It's a huge castle that's seen better days. It's in disrepair. You can see some of the roof is caved in places. It has a very large tower overlooking it all, which is kind of hidden by the mist. At the front, as we approach, is a statue of a dragon. There was no colour to it, if I remember rightly, but it was just a statue of a dragon, and then huge double doors, almost like a portcullis at the front, made out of wood.
Can you guys remove your blindfolds? Sparkle, can you remove yours? And Marcus is not back yet. Shaq, you can remove. Oh, Shaq is taking a little break too. So this is the models. This is where I got you guys at right here.
Mhm.
You guys are all out here, and here's the skull. We're a part of this. You see this huge castle. Part of it is in ruin. If you guys remember, the ghosts of Argynvostholt flew off from the swamp in this direction.
Oh,
Oh wow, this is so cool. Sorry.
I think we need to get to the top again.
Mhm.
I don't know, do you?
No.
The-
What was one place we haven't explored yet, guys?
The basement?
No. I remember now. No, we need to go to the graveyard.
We need to go to the graveyard.
Yeah. Someone
That
said
was the-
we needed, someone said we needed to go to the graveyard. I can't remember.
That
who.
was Godfrey.
Oh yeah, Godfrey. That's
Godfrey.
him.
told us what to
Okay.
do.
It was a bit confusing because the skeleton remains of the dragon is up on the tower
Yeah.
without a head. So I thought we had to get the head to the skeleton, but I think we have to get it to the graveyard.
As you guys are all thinking about this, Lysanthir rolls an insight check. Try to put it all
Oh.
together. Daerma is also can roll as well.
Yay!
Not high enough. 13.
Hold on.
Oh, +4 and you've not got above a 15 yet.
Fight me, dog.
See who gets it.
I'm not rolling well today.
Daerma, stop
You
rolling
rolled a
custom
7.
rolls. Just click the insight roll.
I didn't roll a custom roll. I rolled an insight roll.
It says
I got an
custom because I
11.
think you're rolling with the dice, the everlasting rhyme dice. You got an 11. So
Yeah.
Lysanthir, you put it together. You guys kind of messed up, didn't you?
Wait, I lost all that.
Yeah,
I
this
got
is
him.
music. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
You guys there?
Kinda goes
Did it get cut out?
We didn't.
I rolled an
Slightly.
11.
Am I there? Can you hear
Yes.
me?
I can hear you.
Can you see me or am I frozen?
We can see
Oh,
you.
you're good. It was just
You're
like a
good.
split second thing.
I see that. My Zoom thing went out. I think it's a Zoom server. Welcome to the beauty of D&D Online. You guys left all the bones in the tower. The bones and the skull were all supposed to be taken and consecrated in the mausoleum.
Aye.
Oh no.
We gotta go.
Look,
away
we're gonna
here.
need some. We're gonna definitely need some help
Pull out
because
that gem, cast fly, and I go and get it. Oh wait.
can you carry that thing?
Take off your
Probably.
blindfold, Marcus.
Like, what blindfold?
Wait, stop kink shaming him. That's just rude.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, we're
if
gonna
we
have to go
need-
get it, right?
If we need to bring all the bones to get consecrated, then we'll go and do it. Hey, we got a priest now to consecrate the bones as well, or a cleric, or who you are.
Cleric.
Yeah, I'm actually quite curious. Why are we lugging around an old dragon skull?
Hey, a wee dragon, a fiery wee dragon, come out of a chimney, chimney, and said to us, "Please save me." To a lesser extent, I'm paraphrasing. And we went and got the skull from this old witch and brought it back here, and some other geezer told us that we had to consecrate the bones. But we've left all the bones right at the top of the tower, so now we gotta go and get the bones.
I mean, realistically speaking, do you know how heavy dragon bones are?
I'll do one at a time. It'll be alright.
Okay. And I can assure you, Baridian, it's not the alcohol talking.
Wait, I've had an epiphany. I have a look at the tower. Where's the tower in relation to the graveyard? It's on that side
So
of
here
the
we go.
graveyard, isn't it?
The tower's way up here. The mist was
Yeah.
cleared from it when you originally found all the bones.
Yeah,
The,
I've got an
the
idea.
mausoleum is back
You're
here.
seriously not thinking of chucking the bones all the way down to the first floor, are you?
That's his idea. Yep.
God.
That's a great idea. We just throw them off into the graveyard. Save a lot of trouble.
What's the plan, guys?
We're getting up the tower.
Tog is going up by himself.
Going
I
on.
can go up.
I'm gonna go up,
I'll go as well.
I'm an excellent climber.
and I'm gonna purposely make sure that the trap's not still working.
The trap that you
Mhm.
disarmed right in front of here, Tog, you like put the pins and stuff in there, it's still there.
Yeah.
Strangely enough.
Okay. I'm gonna head in the door and see if anything's changed.
So I'm asking the party, is everyone going up with Tog, or are we splitting the group? Tog wants to go up to the top and throw off the bones of the ancient dragon that's dead to break the curse. He's going to throw off the bones of Argynvostholt over the tower into the graveyard.
Potentially. I might change my mind by the time we get out there.
Do we need to leave somebody down on
I'm not very
the
smart.
ground to catch these bones? Because will they still be able to be consecrated if they're broken?
I would think.
Oh God.
Don't care about the baby.
Hold on. I'll take care of him. Tog, if you're gonna go up there, I'll take care of him.
Why don't we all go together? And
Wait,
then-
why? We can't leave the skull behind.
Exactly. We gotta
Oh,
protect
put it
it.
on a disc. The disc still works.
We're gonna walk that massive thing through the entire castle.
It might be
Oh.
challenging, Tog, to logistically to bring this huge head of Argynvost up into the tower. So
Wait, where does it have
What
to go?
if we
Should we just
just-
put it into
Can
the?
you, Daerma, can you do that floaty thing again?
Fly?
When you jumped
Oh,
off
feather-
the cliff, you
Featherfall! Absolutely, yes. I can do Featherfall.
Right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go up to top by myself. You lot stay with the skull in the graveyard, and I'll throw the bones off. And when I get close, you do your floaty fin. And when I get close, floaty fin, and then I'll jump
Floaty
off,
fin.
and you do your floaty fin. Will that work?
That can work, but I would have to time it. I would have to time it right because I'm saving both you and the bones.
How many times can you do it?
I can do it 3 more times.
Alright, forget about saving the bones. I'll throw the bones off, just let them drop. And then I'll jump, you save me. Save a lot of time.
Gotcha.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go in
we'll have
by
Tog.
myself.
So everybody else is going to the back of the graveyard while Tog sneaks up to the tower.
If that's okay with everyone else.
I'm totally fine with
I'm
that.
okay with that.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Tog is up here, but I'm going to move everyone else, including the skull, to the graveyard.
Yeah, thank you.
There's like a fence that can be easily scaled by Shaq just like basically lifting you guys over it, right? If you look at the model of it, he can just probably plop you into it. He can plop you over the side. How do you guys want to get over this fence?
I'm going to use Shaq as a medium to do a jump and then pull my acrobatics.
Like, the issue is a Shaq could easily throw you over, but like you're gonna fall like 5 or 10 feet, you know? It's gonna require, like you're saying, Daerma would take an acrobatics check to make sure you don't take any damage.
I'm cool with that.
Well, how sturdy is the fence if this is like a ruined castle?
Make a perception check.
Oh,
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna describe the cemetery. Tucked behind the mansion is a fog-shrouded cemetery enclosed by a 7-foot-tall fence of wrought iron. In the northeast corner stands a mausoleum. You suddenly feel like someone or something is watching you.
Well, you're gonna have to fight without me.
Fine,
Hey,
we're good. Worry about the
good.
bones.
we'll be okay.
So I rolled a 20 for the perception.
Nice. Very observant. There's a little break in the fence. Over here, rusted. It could be broken apart, allow the group to go through.
So there seems to be a piece of a fence that is rusted through. I think we should try to break through there. What do you guys think?
I just run up and kick the bloody fence.
Oh God, you're making the child cry.
It's okay. It's
Too
okay.
bad he's gonna deal with it.
Hey, be nice.
Daerma kicks open the rusted fence, must be centuries old, worn down by erosion and rain. The fog permeates through the land. Let's go to Toggle. Roll a stealth roll. You don't get it with disadvantage since the baby's not with you.
Nice.
As you're sneaking all the way up to the top of the tower.
24.
Yeah, you make it all the way up there, Tog. We're going to move your
All the
character.
way up?
Yeah. Strangely enough. You look down, but the problem is if you actually look at the model, I mean, it doesn't look like it, but I'm going to allow it. I mean, these are just like murder holes, right? Where you can just throw the bones over, right?
Yeah, battlements.
Now you're throwing those bones 50 feet down. They could probably break.
I'm not scared of them breaking. They're already dead. I don't think they have to be whole bones. It just has to be everything. I'm not thinking ahead. So I'm going to lean over the battlements. Do I see... I'm assuming... Are they just waiting out there? Because I'm assuming a fair bit of time has passed if I'm sneaking through.
This is all happening simultaneously.
Okay.
They see...
I can pull out my cloak and you could drop it and wave at you.
You're pulling out a cloak, Marcus?
Yeah, the cloak that's on me.
I lean over the battlements and do I see him down there?
You see it, you're like get up and look down, mist and fog and everything like that. And yeah, you see Daerma down there waving you down.
I say, guys! I yell as loud as I can, because I wouldn't stand directly under where I'm gonna throw the bastards.
Or just throw one at a time. I also lay out some of my cold weather clothing, so it should be nice and cushy.
No, he's right. What's the worst that could happen?
Marcus, roll it. Marcus and like who's helping Marcus do this to build out like a cushioning for the bones to be dropped into.
I'm still
Hello.
caring for the baby, so I'm chilling out.
Yeah. So no one's helping Marcus. Marcus rolls a d20.
I mean, I'm
Thanks.
Oh,
helping
Ireena's
Marcus.
gonna try to help. What is Ireena doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll help.
What are you trying to do, Ireena, to help Marcus with this contraption of just laying out clothes as a cushion in the middle of this cemetery? The heads are worn, weathered by centuries of erosion.
Could I possibly yell up and ask if he has any rope that maybe he could lower the bones down with instead of just dropping them?
You hear Ireena yell this up to you. Toggle, what do you want to do?
Oh, that's a good idea. I get into my bag. I look over. I pull out roughly 50 meters of rope, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
you
then
have the rope.
Look over again. How high up am I? Is that
You're
enough?
50 feet.
Oh, so that's pretty good. I'm good.
You start
Why didn't
tying.
we-
You start tying the bones together, Tog,
I start tying bones off.
and you start lowering them down with your strength.
Start lowering them down. Yeah.
We'll have this is what we call a skill challenge. First of all, they lower them down into this cushion. So first of all, let's have Marcus and Ireena roll a d20 to see how well they crafted this cushion.
Just in case.
We'll just have them roll a d20 because I don't know. There's like crafting in
ooh,
D&D
18.
isn't that great.
18.
Yeah, Marcus and
That's
Ireena
fine.
are able to build some like cushions with some clothing. They get muddy, the clothing and so forth. On this like ground. You guys look like some of the graves have been like freshly opened. Like bodies must have dug their way out. Tog ties up some of the bones on the top and successfully knots it up. He's a very experienced with knots and things like that. As you guys are able to cross the bridge together, and he's very strong. He's able to kind of what I want to say pulley it over, and the bones are kind of making their way down as the baby is screaming a little bit. What do you want to do, Marcus?
I cast Divine Sense.
You see it. A body near the entrance.
I'm like, Shaq, there's something behind that door that's unnatural.
leaning up against. There's a body leaning against the doorway. It's giving a faint residual of undeath. What do you guys do?
Oh.
Tog is beginning to put lower the bones down.
I carry on lowering them.
I'm gonna walk over here. It's like this. I'm like, there's something here, and I pull out my sword.
We'll have do one of the skill challenges. It'll be a strength skill challenge with Toggle as he's lowering the bones down. He can roll with advantage since you guys successfully set up the thing, right?
Is
So
it
this
a
is-
strength check or
It's
is
a-
it like an
yeah,
athletics?
Let's have it in athletics. Yeah, why not? An athletic
That's
skill
fine,
challenge.
Yes, plus
Ooh.
21, and you said I get advantage.
Yep.
No. 22.
Awesome job. You get closer as you draw your sword. You're like slowly stepping forward to him, Marcus. Who's stepping forward to this undead creature?
Me.
You see it, the visage, just like you saw with Commander Horngaard. A visage, a ghost, enters his body. It stands upright as you draw closer. Is almost like erects unnaturally. How dare you break my holy vow?
What vow is that? Only you can break your own vows.
You see his shield and sword come out of the dirt. I'm sorry, his shield and spear come out of the dirt. Why have you come?
Is this a guy from the
Do we
It's the
recognize
guy
him?
from the room. Look at it. I just put his model out. I'm going to link you the picture since we got a few new players, since you guys don't know who he is.
Hey, 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 hey.
So all of us see him, right?
Of course.
Okay. Hey, new guy, give me the baby. You might want to take up some arms on this one.
All right. And so,
Hey.
Yeah, I only need one hand to cast spells. Don't worry, I'm fine.
I just linked
well,
the
I
picture
have
in my
Lord
Discord.
Caster, so
Daerma just goes. Daerma points to the body. I'm like, hey, you, get out of that body. Go back to sleep.
You are not allowed here.
We brought back the skull.
What more do you want from us?
If the skull is put here, the curse will be broken.
Right.
Then Strahd's curse must never end. Make the second skill challenge. As the as the bones are, yeah, you still get advantage because it's going on the thing. You guys are all like turning to him.
Can I cast a non-hostile spell while we're talking?
His spear is armed.
Okay. Can I cast a non-hostile spell while we're talking?
We'll roll initiative.
Okay, then.
You
roll
must
initiative.
leave. Okay. Marcus begins to cast. Are we allowing Marcus to cast magic in front of Commander Horngaard? Commander Horngaard has warned you. You see around his neck the pendant. It
Wait,
glows.
he's down here?
Wait, that's the one with the.
He's down here.
How the hell did you get down here?
He's a ghost.
I don't think that's a question for right now. We just gotta figure out what we gotta do.
And you think
How
about
bad
how
is
he.
this guy?
You guys think about how
Horngaard, you better go back to sleep.
you must leave.
Can't really do that. Sorry.
The success. Taga successfully completed the second skill challenge.
Ooh.
Tog, you better get your ass down here.
Hurry it up.
We ran into Captain Hornboggle over here.
This is your
Well,
last
kill the
warning.
bastard!
Are we rolling initiative?
I think Neil was regardless casting a spell, so I think it's happened.
Well, are we allowing Marcus to cast magic?
I don't think anyone would have stopped him.
I'm not.
When he was
stopping him.
talking, it only takes a few seconds to cast a non-hostile spell.
I'm just making sure we're all down to do this.
Down, do this.
Dance.
Then you have chosen death.
Oh, lovely.
Let me put out his tokens.
Does he at least get his non-hostile spell off before?
I would
No.
think not. I would think
No.
not. It took more than a minute to cast.
Oh, really?
I guess.
No, because he would just attack you.
So how many skill challenges are there? He passed the second one.
Yep,
There's one more.
we're now in combat, so it'll be in a 3 rounds toggle.
Good.
That's 15 seconds, you know. So
Okay, we're gonna have to bide our time here.
That should be no problem. Hopefully.
I'm getting ready, guys. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Take your time.
I was gonna say before we start,
Oh no.
I'm just gonna look at Horngaard and just give him the middle finger.
Get in his head.
You're such a dick.
I think it's alright now. We're fully rested now and taking him on fresh. Last time I was on 2 HP with 2 points of exhaustion.
So here's how we're going to do this, guys. I have tokens. So now we're kind of entering the combat phase. Token number 1 is Commander Horngaard. I have an Excel spreadsheet with their HP stuff, right? So that's token number 1. We're going to roll initiative, I think, because I got the tokens out.
Yep.
By the way, my initiative count now is flat 0. By the way.
18.
Doesn't you go off at the same time? I'm going to say the Phantom Warriors go ahead of you. What's your dex
Excellent.
marks?
Yeah.
My initiative is 0. That's all what you need to
Well,
know.
it's the same with the Phantom Warriors. That you
Wait,
are trespassing.
I know you said that.
As I'm loading up the music.
Lice has got a +7 and...
Shaq, you're up first. What do you want to do?
First.
He draws his shield and sword.
I'm gonna summon a bear, and then become a wolf.
Awesome. I don't know if we have the bear stuff here,
Yeah.
but I think I might have a component. Because this is kind of a different one. I do have a bear. He's right here.
Nice.
I don't have his stat sheet here, right? You guys see the graveyard? It's tight. So I'm going to just shrink him down a little bit. So here's the bear. Where do you want him?
Yeah, like the left of Marcus, I guess.
Okay. There's some headstones and stuff, so we got him. The bear's right here.
That bear.
Great.
Okay, you can't really get in there, I'm guessing. I mean, you got him in like here, but the skull of Argynvostholt is right here, guys.
Shit. So he's not close enough to hit.
I mean, that's where I put it, but I mean, nobody wanted to move it or anything, so this is where we're starting initiative. Because we allowed Marcus to cast magic. You cast the bear here. What else? And now you're a wolf. What do you want to do? You can move in and attack him if you want to. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do you want to move right here?
Yeah.
Okay, roll an attack with advantage.
That's just 2 d20s?
That's right.
$16.
You see he's well armored. His shield is out. Since you come into his threat range, he has 2 feats. Sentinel and Polearm Master. You provoke an attack of opportunity. Attack number 1, I roll a 19. He doesn't hit you that. He actually hits you harder than that. Let me take a look. Actually hits you with a +9. So yeah, he hits you like this hard. 24 points of damage. As a spear, wreathed in holy magic, slashes into you. Go back. You
Okay.
take 24 points of damage in your bear form.
Wolf.
Wolf form, sorry. Now you can roll your attack. Did you roll with advantage? Since you get pack
Yeah.
tactics. I think I only see rolled 1d20.
I rolled 2,
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's
which
five-
is very low.
Okay, sorry.
5 and an 11.
You miss. He raises a shield as you come in, and your spear pierces into your newly formed flesh. Your turn is over. Baridian, you're up.
So, let's see here. So is he a spirit, like possessing like a body type of thing?
The picture I linked to is like what he looks like.
Okay. Is there any other creatures here? Is it just him?
I don't know, is it?
Okay. Well, let's see here. I was wondering, could I cast banishment on him?
Yeah.
I think
Cast a
I'm going to do
spell?
that. Yeah, I'm going to cast banishment on him.
Yeah, for sure. What's the save on that?
It is charisma 15.
Okay, so here's what I'm doing, guys. I know I'm not rolling it here. I'm just clicking it. He has a +7 modifier. I rolled a 23. Mark it on your sheet as he resists it. You cannot banish me. I will guard this tomb with my life. Do you want to move at all? Do you want to do a move action?
No, I'm good with where I'm at.
Okay, let's go down the line to Daerma.
All right. And then I'm just pretty much gonna say, all right, dipshit. Let's do this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, does Daerma see the pendant? Does he see anything on Horngaard?
You see the necklace of Voltune crescenting his neck as he pierces out and stabs Shaq.
Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna make a play here. Hopefully this works. So for my action, I'm gonna, well, not action, so for my movement, I'm gonna move here.
Doesn't the
I'm gonna move to where the skull...
Is it a disc?
Sorry?
Isn't the skull following you because of the disc?
That's correct. The disc is, yeah, right here. I just put the skull here. Do we want to move the skull next to Daerma?
The skull would follow them because...
Where's
it's got
Daerma at?
the floating disc.
Yeah, it's right behind you, Daerma. We'll allow it.
Okay. So I'm going to move my character to the front of, I was gonna say to the front of Horngaard, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Fire Shield.
Yep, as you do that, you step into his threat range. Horngaard uses one of his legendary actions to reach out and stab you.
Oh,
He hits you with a natural. He hits you with an 18.
He hits me with an 18.
Yeah.
That hits, but because of Fire Shield,
Well, you don't get your fire shield off. You've moved in to cast fire shield. That's what you said. So he hits you before
okay.
you cast fire shield. You take
Alright.
24 points of slashing damage, or piercing damage, I'm sorry, because it's a spear.
Alright, 24. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna cast...
Okay, so these fire...
Blade.
Yeah, okay, so the fire thing comes around you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Blade Song.
Awesome. Now your AC goes up by 5. Is your turn over, or
you
you want to
20?
attack? Yeah, I think your turn's over.
I can't... I was gonna say, yeah, I can't attack because I used the action.
Vladimir Horngaard's turn is up. He sees Marcus coming at him. He attacks Marcus with his first attack.
Roll a nat 1.
Nat potatoes. Attack number 2. Miss.
Rolling really bad.
Lysanthir, you're up. You cannot pass.
All right. Well, let's hope you're flammable. I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay, you cast. He has a +2 AC because he's being totally engaged by these 3 guys, and the
Okay.
bear is out here with
does-
Shaq.
18 hit.
It does not. He raises a shield, and he deflects your firebolt.
Okay.
Do you want to do a move action?
Yeah, let me
The
just.
shield reverberates with magical energy.
I don't like that. I'm gonna just move back. Oh, right over here. Oh, I can move her. I can move over here.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Ireena, you're up. Toggle on deck.
I want to. Can I cast? I have something called Guiding Bolt.
Yes. Do you want to cast Guiding Bolt at him?
Ooh. 10.
I think that's just a cantrip, right? No, it's a level 1 spell.
It's a spell attack.
Yep, range attack. You rolled pretty low. He just raises his shield. He's a Steward Defender of the Grave of Argynvostholt. It misses. Do you want to use a bonus action to... Oh, well, you can't use... Yeah, do you want to use a bonus action to give anyone Bardic Inspiration? We got to help Ireena out. She's new, guys.
Yes.
Who do you want to give it to?
Who would be the most useful with it?
You tell me.
Anybody that can attack him right now.
Marcus, probably.
I'll give
Wait.
it to Marcus.
Main character
Wait,
syndrome?
before, oh, never mind. I was gonna say, wait, before you guys do that, I'm probably gonna make a play here before we kill this guy.
Ireena, who do you want to
Right.
give it? Well, hold on. Let's have Ireena give. We're in the middle of combat, Daerma. Ireena, who do you want to give it to? Marcus?
Marcus, yes.
Okay.
Ireena says some inspiring words to lift Marcus's spirit up.
Inspired.
Let's go down the line to Toggle. Toggle, both your hands are occupied.
Lowering the bones.
You want to keep lowering the bones for 3 rounds?
Yeah. However long it takes, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. Phantom Warriors, you're up. Come, soldiers of Argynvostholt. Defend. Save. The curse must not be broken.
So strange to say out loud.
They appear out of the ethereal mist. 6 of them.
Shit.
I think that's 6. Let's get out their tokens.
Guys, I think this fight just got a lot more harder.
Yeah, I see him.
They almost look half invisible. Their spectral swords are drawn. So I have these tokens out here. We got to put them out. If someone wants to help me out with the tokens, that's great. Kind of put it next to them. The fight's kind of complicated. So the first one I see that's coming up is going to attack Lysanthir. Then they have the next one. They move up to
What
it.
are these things?
They attack your bear. So the first attack is up. Attacking Lysanthir with a 22.
Thanks.
You take 6 points of damage.
Not again.
Let me see if they have 2 attacks. They do. Attack number 2. You take 9 more points of damage. It's 2 longsword slashes. Let's say. Okay, let's go to the bear. What's the bear's AC? Oops, I
think
rolled
it's
the wrong
11.
one. I missed that one. No, I just hit because it's +7. I rolled the wrong one though. The summoned bear takes 8 points of damage.
Jesus.
Just keep track of it, Shaq, on your own if you can, just on some side
Yeah.
paper or something. The second
Yeah.
one, I rolled an 18. You take another 6 points of damage on the bear. Okay.
14.
The next one is attacking our new paladin friend. I rolled a 20. I think that's a hit because your AC is 19. You take 5 points of damage for attack number 1. Attack number 2 is a miss. Let's go to... That was number 3. Daerma, there's one right next to you. Right here, you see this one?
Okay. Yes,
Who
I see
is?
it.
Hard to see.
Attack number 1 on Daerma. 26.
I cast shield.
Okay. You have 26 AC, right? What's your AC right now with the blade song up? I think it's
So
20,
21,
right?
and then so it's 21, and then I cast shield, which gives me a +5, so it's 26.
Just the right amount. Oh, no, that's a hit. You sure you want to cast
That's
shield?
still a hit.
I rolled
Yeah, I
high,
cast
man.
shield.
I rolled a 19. It still hits you, right? Because it matches your AC.
Let me see. Yeah, it does.
Okay, you cast shield, it still hits you. 5 points of damage. Attack number 2 is a 20. That's a miss. Let's go down to Ireena. One is attacking Ireena. 20 on Ireena. Ireena, what's your AC at?
14.
You take 8 points of damage as a spectral blade pierces into your thigh. Attack number 2 is a 20, and you take another 5 points of damage. Yes, Commander. I think that's it. I think there's one more ghost out there, but he's not attacking. He'll go down the line to the last person, Marcus.
All right. I'm gonna cast.
Looking bloodied.
Whatever it's called. It's like a vow of enmity.
Okay.
So I just get advantage on attack rolls.
Okay. This is your paladin vow.
Yep.
How do you roleplay it?
The curse must be broken, and I smack him in the head.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna do it with like Great Weapon Master to hit. Do I get a +2 by the way, or no?
+3, right? Because your proficiency.
No, I'm asking +2 for like this whole like we're all on top of him, flanking him kind of thing.
He seems to be positioned himself well. There's no. He's cornered in here, so you don't get flanking advantage now. Attack
roll's
number
a-
1. Donuts.
First roll is a miss. Second roll is probably hit. 19.
No.
19 is a miss.
He hits it up. He raises a shield, and it reverberates with magical energy.
Well, hold on. I still got my because I'm hitting at advantage. So 21.
That's, I think, a hit. Let me take a look. Let's pull him up. Yeah, 21 hits.
All right.
He has a 20 AC. You
I'm
slash down into his body.
Okay.
Just a
So-
corpse that he's enveloped.
22. 24. And then I'm gonna use a spell slot.
Okay, you want to smite him?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got 24 plus what?
I don't know.
I got my Excel sheet out.
Trying to remember what smite does. D8.
I don't know. You got to tell me.
I don't know. I'll look it up. You go to the
Okay,
next
we'll just go to the
person. Almost
down.
had the damage.
Shaq, you're up.
All right, my bear's gonna turn around
Okay.
and hit this guy.
Okay. All right. Roll an attack roll.
Plus another 13.
Okay. Thanks, Marcus.
Do you want me to put it down on this counter here?
Nope. We're not using
Huh?
we're using the counters just as labeling. This guy's counter number 1, or creature number
Oh,
1.
I changed all the
I
counters.
know
All
you
right.
messed up. Shaq, what'd you roll?
7 plus 6, so 13.
These guys have an AC of 16 as your bear claw slashes into ethereal mist. What do you want to do,
All
Shay?
right, and
Is that just
I'll
your only
attack.
attack with the bear?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll attack Horngaard.
Okay. Roll an attack with advantage.
I'll try.
Awesome. You guys need... This is going to be a complex fight, guys. We won't finish it today, but we'll just keep cranking out. We got 15 more minute warning.
4 and 11.
Nope.
15.
He's a 20 AC.
Ah,
Okay.
that's it for me.
Let's go to... that's it for Shaq. Baridian, you're up.
All right.
On deck.
So, these guys are undead, right?
That's
First
correct.
question. Okay. And then 30 feet is the 6 inches. So, would they all be affected by a spell of 30 feet?
Yeah. Yes, they would. We'll allow it.
Okay. So,
And I died.
What
I'm
you trying
gonna
to do,
go
bud?
ahead. Well, first I'll use a bonus action to where my spells go. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and create a spiritual weapon of a sword right next to the main guy.
The main guy is totally attacked. You can't squeeze in the sword.
Oh, I can't squeeze in a floating sword.
No, because you got these 3 guys right next to him.
Could be
Okay.
above his head. Sure.
Well, that's true. Tog is right. The sword can fly above his head and attack him. Okay.
So
roll
yeah,
an attack
I'll have
roll.
that.
Roll an attack roll with the sword.
All right. 14.
Nope. He raises his shield and it blocks. We're gonna use this blue marble as I'm gonna shrink it down. We'll use that as your floating spiritual weapon for now. We'll try to put it
Okay.
like right up here or something, or right up there.
Sounds good. And then for my action, I'm going to channel my divinity and turn undead.
Yeah.
All right. What saving throw do I have to make?
Wisdom 15 for everybody.
Okay. I'm gonna just.
And
Sorry, go ahead,
because we're
Chuck.
at level 7, anything under challenge rate in 1 insta dies.
That's right. We're gonna start from left to right. With number 1 here, fails his save against Lysanthir. He looks over as you raise your holy symbol of Adon. A flash of light goes out. This one is just frightened of you, from what I understand, so it tries to stay away from you. If I understand the status effect correctly. Number 2, 19, 3. So this one, the 1, so we got 1, 2, 3. The one against you turns away and is frightened. This one right here, okay? So we got 2 of them right now. The one against Lysanthir, this one. And I'm just going to do a group roll for the rest of them. Fail. Okay? So just to make it easy, the rest of them are fleeing. So tell me what happens when they fail their saving throw.
A turn creature must spend its turns trying to move away as far as you can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. Also, it can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action to try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there is nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action to continue trying to run away.
Best cleric spell in the fucking game.
Quite useful for this scenario.
Yeah.
They're gonna peace out as far as possible.
You're gonna run away.
Vanguard, Commander, so all of them are turning away, except for one. The one that was attacking Shaq's bear, I think. Poor Shaq's bear. He's tanking it, though. Horn, you raise it up, though, and you look at Horngaard. Horngaard's eyes fill with rage. He's immune. As your turn over.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Let's go down the line to Daerma.
I'm gonna use bonus action. I'm gonna use Misty Step
Okay.
to retreat.
Okay. I don't think it provokes an attack of opportunity. Where are you going?
I'm gonna move back to where the skull is at.
Okay, you
Right
bamp.
over here.
Yep, you bamp over it. I think you moved farther than it was, so the disc or whatever basically drops. So it's just the skull is just sitting down now.
It would've
Okay,
dropped-
and
it
then the
would've
next
dropped when he cast his spell because it's concentration anyway.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the skull is now laying on the ground, and it looks heavy. What do you want to do?
I jump up on top of the skull.
Okay.
Well,
Trying to, at least. What do you want to do? You don't have to move the model. Just describe what you want to do, bud.
okay, so I'm gonna jump on top of the skull, and he eyes ghost number 1, ghost number 2, and Horngaard, and he casts Fireball. And then he's like, I'm not playing around with you this time.
You want to cast Fireball on Horngaard? You're going to hit Shaq and
No.
Marcus with it.
No, I'm gonna cast Fireball right in this area. I'm gonna draw it right here,
Sure.
right behind.
Grab one of them circles.
Oh, we don't have the circle on this one. Sorry, Tog.
Uh,
This is the special map.
And then
the Fireball does not go around corners, so you can't do it. It won't hit Horngaard. AoE effects do not go around corners like that.
Okay. If I aim the Fireball right here, in between this area, will I hit Ireena?
Yes. But you'll hit the ghost as well. Do we want Ireena? You want to hit the Fireball with Ireena in there? Ireena, you look over at Daerma, and you're like, what type of game is this?
Because I want to hit the Fireball right here, where this red is at. Where it hit
Yeah,
this red
it
is
won't
at.
go
'Cause
around
it'll
the
hit
corner.
1, 2.
You got one
Which
more
one?
action to
Most
go
of those
before we
guys are
move down. Yeah, those guys are running away.
hit them if they're running away.
Oh, if they're running away then. Well, I'm just gonna take a potion.
Okay, drink a potion then. And then you get max HP from healing potions. Vladimir Horngaard is up. He sees all of his minions kind of run away in fear. Baridian, I know you're new, but he doesn't like that. He wants them to all come back and fight and rally to him. He provokes an attack of opportunity as he moves over to attack you. So he provokes an attack of opportunity from Shaq and Marcus if you want to take one.
Oh yeah.
So Shaq rolls with advantage.
Same here.
Yep. The AC is 20.
Now right under where I'm lowering the bones by curiosity.
Yeah, they're being lowered like right here or something, Todd.
24.
Nice.
Finally.
I'm gonna
Roll
use
some damage.
I'm gonna use the bardic inspiration to hit him.
Roll a D8. And add it to the roll.
I had a 19, so
That's
20.
right. That's a
So
hit.
yeah.
Do 10 damage to him.
Awesome.
Which token is his?
I'm just
26.
adding it. I'm adding it to my Excel sheet, Shaq. I already got you
26
covered.
damage.
Awesome.
26.
Yeah, I heard you.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm just looking here.
Just need confirmation.
Just making sure he doesn't have any resistance. 24, Marcus? Alrighty. He is barely wounded. He walks up to Baridian, attack number 1. As he kind of approaches you like a Spartan would. Shield up, a well-trained soldier. Attack number 1 is a 15, that's a miss. Attack number 2 is a 10. He rolls a nat 1.
Ha.
His turn is over. Lysanthir, you're up. And the ghost is on your bear. This one's the only one around. The rest of them, I'm just going to move off to the side as they flee into the ethereal.
Okay.
Just help simplify things, guys.
Okay. I'd like to cast because you kept saying magic, so I'm gonna cast a spell magic for the 120-foot radius on the effect.
What effect?
Didn't he bring them to life with some magic? Or did I just misinterpret that?
I mean, that's a loose term.
Well, I mean,
It
when
was- no.
Loophole!
I mean, what are you trying to do, Lysanthir? Exactly.
Just trying to drop all the extras so we can just focus on him.
There's only one guy out that's attacking the bear right now.
Oh, then never mind. I'm
The
just
one
gonna
that
throw
fell-
Firebolt at him.
yeah, he's the one that failed the save.
Alright. We don't need the others. Oh, it's a 10, so
I
it's
rolled pretty
probably
bad on
failed.
those saves there, Baridian. A 10 is not a hit.
Yeah,
Thank
there we go.
Literally.
Lysanthir, is your turn over?
I think I have one more thing I can.
Ireena on deck.
Am I in hitting range of him, or no? I can just smack him with my.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Horngaard is over here.
Nope, never mind. I'm good.
You wouldn't be able to anyway, because you cast a spell last time.
Well, it's a reaction
Even
with the two-handed.
It's a reaction if he leaves your combat, basically.
Okay. Okay, I'm done.
The zone of control.
Okay. Let's go down the line to Ireena. Tog on deck.
Who is the closest foe to me?
No one now. The one that was fighting you has fled off as the cleric raised his holy symbol and turned them all. And they fled into the ethereal.
So who would be the person I would want to be attacking?
So, yeah.
This big bad evil guy right here.
Okay, awesome.
You gotta go for this wacko.
Can I use if I use a bonus action, can I then do an action after that?
Yeah, what do you want to
Yes.
do?
I have a starry form archer bonus action.
Yeah, from the Druid of the Stars.
Yes.
You see Ireena, her body turns into like starlight. Stars and constellations form around her. She forms the constellation of the Hunter. I forgot who that is. I think that is the goddess of the hunt.
Artemis?
Artemis.
Well, that's in Greek mythology, guys, right?
I like it though. I like the pull.
Yeah.
She forms actually into the god of Isha. What do you want to do? The goddess of hunt. What do you want to do, Ireena? That's your bonus action?
I have it. I guess it's I'm able to do a hit. It says +6. Can I do that?
Yeah.
It's a range attack. Okay.
Yeah, roll it.
Wow. 14.
Unfortunately, it misses. Your turn is over, right?
That was my bonus action.
Sure.
So.
What do you want
So
your
I have-
action to be? What spell do you want to cast, Ireena?
Let's
can-
do the guiding bolt.
Again? The level 1 spell?
Yes.
Roll to hit. It's working though. You got it to work. His
13.
armor, he raises his shield and deflects it with skill as he's trying to stop Baridian from turning his minions. Our vow is eternal. Let's go down to Toggle. Round number 2 of 3.
Yeah, just lowering the bones.
Okay. Let's go down to the Phantom Warriors. Do I have to make a save every round, or are they just turned and I can't save?
They're turned for a minute.
Okay.
On to Marcus.
Yeah, just for a full minute.
Marcus, we have one up who's slashing at Shaq's bear.
Unless they're damaged, and then it.
I rolled a
breaks.
nat 11, Shaq. We're at an 11. Did I hit you? What's your bear's
My
AC?
AC is 11. So
Your bear's AC?
11.
Your summon bear?
I think so.
The bear takes 9 points of damage. Is it still up?
Yeah, it's still up.
Awesome. Tanking damage, Shaq. Marcus, you're up.
I got you.
All right.
What do you do, Marcus? Horngaard, he looks at you as he raises a spear if you approach him.
Don't worry, I'll stab him from behind.
You provoke an attack of opportunity.
Don't worry, I already gave him one.
I rolled a nat 3. Potatoes.
I say, if Tyr won't curse you, then maybe the other world will. I cast Hexblade's Curse.
Okay. +2 damage.
Then I +3 damage, and then I try to whack him.
Whack away.
Am I flanking him now or no? This like +2 flank roll or?
Yes, you get +2 to flanking. Let's move your
All
character
right.
here to make it a little more clear.
First one misses.
He's twirling back and forth like King Leonidas. Blocking
Second
your
one, he
shit.
doesn't twirl well enough, but let's see if I can get a crit. Nope. This time I'm going to hit him with like a level 2 smite.
Okay. Mark it on your spell sheet.
6.
Can you still smite after your Hexblade curse? Isn't it a bonus action?
I think it's just a part of the attack action. I'm not sure though.
Yeah.
You have to connect with the hit, and then you can use a spell slot
yeah,
automatically as a smite.
Yeah.
That's why paladins are so good, guys.
Paladin.
How much
Yeah.
damage you do there, Marcus?
48.
Okay. He is bloodied.
Are you getting the extra die because he's undead?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like 4d8.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Let's go to the top of the round. Are we done for the day, guys, or are we going to finish this up?
You bloody? It's up to
I'm up for
everyone.
finishing it.
If he's bloodied, yeah, might as well, right?
Well, Marcus hit him
Yeah.
for 48 damage, guys. The power of level 7.
48 damage is brutal.
Yeah.
I'm fine continuing to.
Oh,
finish
48.
the
2.
51, I'm sorry, because the Hexblade's cursed.
Okay.
Oh,
an extra.
Nice.
Plus 3.
We'll do one more round, and we'll just stop from there. Shaq, you're up.
Alright, my bear is just gonna turn, take a swipe at Horngaard.
Okay. Swipe away.
He doesn't have advantage, does he?
No.
So he's useless. Okay, great.
He's taking some damage. I don't know. Okay, useless.
Yeah.
He's taking some HP.
Can I squeeze in here with Shaq
Yeah,
and behind Horngaard?
of course. You want to move like around here? Like this?
I was hoping I'd hit him from behind, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're flanking him now with your bear that you just said was useless.
Great.
Okay, the bonus.
I'll whack the
Oh,
bones
the-
right on top of the wall.
Still
ahead.
have advantage, right?
You do.
Pack tactics. Ooh.
And you get +2 to the roll.
21.
That's a hit. Shaq, you gonna finish this guy off or what?
Nah. I do shit damage. 6 damage.
Well, you're not using the level 2 smites. Awesome, Shaq. It's better than nothing. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Baridian, you're up.
What?
All right. So I bring the spiritual weapon to hang back over him again for the last time,
Sure.
and it's gonna do its little bonus action smack. See what happens.
Bonus action smack. Try to hit him. I'm glad you're knowing the rules. Kind of know your abilities. I like that.
11.
Yeah. He raises his shield above his head. You'll try harder than that.
And then you can get rid of that because that'll be. I think that's enough time for that one.
I think it's up for a minute. No, it's only
Yeah,
been
it's
2
10
rounds.
A minute is 10 rounds.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. You're okay.
Let it float.
What
All
action
right.
do you want to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and do.
Daerma on deck.
I'm gonna do guiding bolt.
Okay, roll to hit. That's a hit.
Nice.
All right, now it's 46.
Is the baby still in your hand?
No, I have a.
Yeah, she has.
Baby.
Baby.
Lysanthir.
So that's 20
Yeah, there it is. Okay, thanks.
or whatever it is. Yeah, radiant.
On
So
that
that's
one.
20.
He's now well bloodied. Okay,
All right.
as a bunch of holy energy strikes into him. Let me see if he has. I don't think he has any susceptibility to it, but I'm just double checking, guys.
That would be interesting.
No, he does not.
Okay.
Okay. Next up,
All right.
Daerma.
So I'm going to cast a bonus action and use cast Spirit Shot on myself,
okay.
and then I'm going to. And then I'm gonna move in to Horngaard, to the side of Horngaard, right next to Marcus, and then I'm gonna attack him.
He spends one of his legendary actions attacking you. As you get into range with him, he hits you with a 21.
Ow.
I cast shield.
Okay, you spend your reaction. You can't. Yeah, you can't. Can you spend a reaction on your turn like that? I don't think you can. Okay, you use your reaction.
That's what it's for.
He hits you in a bunch of force magic as a spear pierces out into you and almost.
But it means
Damage.
if you use it on your turn, it doesn't. It means you don't get it back
I know.
until your next turn.
I was just clarification there, Todd. Thank you.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna use my rapier to attack him.
Your model disappeared, didn't it? We don't know where it went.
Yeah, it did. It disappeared into the abyss. 19 to hit.
That's a miss.
All right, let's go for. I'm gonna use extra attack.
He seems
And
to
I'm
be
gonna
blocking
attack
you
him.
from all sides.
Fuck! I keep missing.
Well, Daerma, actually, I'm going to say that it's a hit because you're surrounding him. You're flanking him, basically. So roll
I'm
damage
flanking,
on that.
So I roll with
Yeah.
advantage.
You roll with +2 to hit, so you actually hit with the 21. Roll some damage to
21.
with your +1 rapier.
Okay.
Are you going to get the next killing blow?
Yeah, hopefully. So that
Let's
one's
see.
gonna be. I was gonna say on the log for that first hit. Let me clear this out of the way here.
Come on, Daerma. Let's wrap it up.
Like I'm seeing it. Hold on, right here.
Ireena's got to do a coffee break somewhere. Roll for some damage,
So I
Daerma.
hit for like 8 damage. For
Okay.
that one, I hit 8 damage, and because I added Spirit Shroud, that gives it an additional 1d8 of rate, and I called it as radiant damage.
Awesome. How much damage
So I'm
did you in
gonna
total?
roll- So about
8 plus what?
8 plus.
I don't see you rolling dice in our D&D Beyond combat log.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. So I picked. So it's 16 damage.
Okay, 16 damage it is. Okay, is that it? Is that your turn, or you got one more attack in you?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, let's go down the line to Vladimir Horngaard's turn. He looks over at Marcus, as he was the first one to step up to him. 28 to hit.
Ow.
Ow.
21 points of slashing damage. And he says, I might die, but I will return. 24.
One.
Oh.
No, you won't, buddy.
Attack number 2 hits you, Marcus. You
Yeah,
take
that's very, very high.
22 points of damage as Marcus is bloodied. My turn is over. Lysanthir, you're up.
I can't really see him. Everyone's surrounding him.
You can still try to cast a spell at him, but it would just be +2 to his AC. Because everybody's engaged with him. What do you want to do, Lysanthir?
We'll try it.
Okay.
Why not?
Roll it up. Firebolt time. 20. That's a hit.
Oh, great. Lovely. Let's kill this dude.
You outstretch your arm and a finger, and a bolt of
15.
fire comes at him. He's getting down there, guys. He is on death's door. Toggle, you're up. Make your skill check. With advantage. As the last bones of Argynvostholt being let down with the rope.
I kind of want to drop these on his head there, so I kind of hope I fail. Still with advantage, you said.
Yeah, still with advantage.
25.
The last bones are placed down onto the cushions.
I end my turn with movement.
What do you want to do, man?
The cushion.
I go, Daerma, I'm coming! And I stand up on the bench and then jump.
But he has no reaction.
That was the plan. I
Yeah.
don't know
Wait,
if he has
no,
reaction.
no.
I'm jumping.
Where are you at? You see Toggle take a swan dive 5 stories off into the graveyard. You take 5d6 damage. Would kill any normal man, but Tog is no man.
Oh my god.
The dwarf.
Exactly. How much damage is that?
14 damage of bludgeoning damage.
I wasn't raging, so it's not halved.
Yeah. I plopped you down somewhere down here. You're here.
Oh, Daerma, you prick.
You're
I
actually,
told you not to go.
as you sprain your ankle as you kind of do a roll. You're prone now, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just prone on the floor like that, down. Yeah.
Like a cartoon. Phantom Warrior slashes out the summoned bear.
Come on.
9 damage to the bear. Is it still up?
It is still up, barely.
Marcus, you're up.
Barely.
Barely.
Go ahead, Marcus. Try to finish this guy off.
Ah,
Come on, finish him.
away with you. Ah, what is that? No,
That
that was
one.
bad. Thankfully, it's an advantage. Ooh, slightly better. All right,
Two.
attack number 2.
Please hit him.
Potatoes.
Please.
Ooh, a nice solid 8, so I miss.
Potato time.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, guys, are we finishing it? That was the top of the. But back to the top of the round. It is now 8:10. It took us 10 minutes to go through that.
Yeah, I guess so. People have probably got to go, haven't they? Yeah. We'll just pick this up next week.
Yeah, we'll pick it up next week, guys.
Best of luck.
Did you guys have
All
fun?
right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Check, you
Oh,
have fun?
Man, I was like,
I somehow managed to miss another combat fucking zone. I've missed the last 2 or 3, I think, really. Pretty much. But there you go.
Well, I hope you guys had fun.
The one where I couldn't get into melee with people because everyone was surrounding him.
Marcus's plot armor couldn't finish him off. He had 13 HP left.
13 HP. Okay.
Wow.
Shaq, it's up to you, buddy. To finish him off
No,
now.
it's not. No, it's not. Can't be.
You're the only
I
one
was
who
gonna
can
say-
muster this power.
Will Baridian claim his first kill? Will Shaq finally get the last kill, and will Daerma make another finishing blow again? Tune in next time on Adventures in Zin.
I should have tried to aim for his head.
I'll
as
see
he
y'all.
jumped off.
See you later, Marcus.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, see you later.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for showing up.
Bye.